Johnny Dollar.
Crutcher, Mr. Dollar. Lester Crutcher at Continental Insurance Company.
Oh, how are you, Mr. Crutcher?
Tell me, are you familiar with the Priest Expedition collection?
Priest Expedition?
Some of the relics, artifacts of considerable archaeological import that were excavated from the ruins of the city of in the valley of the Euphrates.
What?
Findings from the temple erected to the god Baal, which proved of such historical value to students of the ancient Babylonian civilization. You know.
Yeah, I certainly don't know. But what about it?
We carry some special insurance on that collection.
And what's happened to it?
Nothing yet. But I think you'd better come over and see me. Right away.
Okay, Mr. Crutcher. Why not?
Bob Bailey in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
And now, Act One of yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Continental Insurance Company, Hartford, Connecticut. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the loss of memory matter. Ancient Babylonia, Crutcher had said. So on the way down to his office, I stopped off at the library for a good look at the encyclopedia. And I learned that what was once Babylonia is now a part of the country of Iraq, one of the hot spots in the Middle East. Good. There might be some action, even international intrigue. On a map, I found the location of the long-forgotten city of The confluence of the Tigris and Euphrates River near the Persian Gulf was where it was. Romantic names, all of them. And not too far away, the exotic city of Baghdad. Yes, at long last, a trip to the Middle East.
Middle East?
Well, that's what the map said, Mr. Crutcher.
Near west is more like it, Dollar.
Huh?
You must have misunderstood me. The relics from the temple of the god Baal I mentioned are presently in the little town of Lakeview.
Lakeview?
Yes, right here in Connecticut.
I guess I did misunderstand.
They're owned by a Mr. Alvin Peabody Cartwright, who, I might venture to say, is a crackpot of the first order, but who happens to have placed a great deal of insurance with us on his life, property, art collection, and so forth.
I see. You mentioned a priest's expedition collection.
Of rare scrolls and tablets, principally, taken from excavations along the bank of the Euphrates River. Some of them over 4,000 years old, all of them of great historical and archaeological value. Here, this is a relatively unimportant piece that Mr. Cartwright gave to me some years ago.
Well, what is it?
What does it look like?
Well, like a tiny sort of sofa pillow. Only it's made out of dried mud or some... Hey, wait a minute. There are a lot of tiny marks on it.
Hieroglyphics, Dollar. Those are a perfect example of the cuneiform writing that was used by the ancients.
Oh, what's it say? Has anybody deciphered it?
It's a receipt for 24 fat sheep, 12 oxen, and 12 goats that were taken to the temple for sacrifice to the great god Baal.
Well, how about that? Does the whole collection consist of stuff like this?
Yes, and of priceless scrolls made of papyrus and leather. You've heard of the Dead Sea Scrolls?
Oh, yeah, sure. That throw so much light on biblical times. Yeah, they've had a lot of publicity in time and life and so on.
Yes. Those in the priest collection cover much of the history of the Canaanites and Phoenicians.
And you've insured the collection?
It's this way. Mr. Cartwright has decided to sell it to the museum here in Hartford. Has promised them that his stepson, Alfred Hocking, who lives with him, would deliver it to them today. But now he's suddenly worried to death that something will happen to it en route.
So?
So, to keep him happy, we've issued a $20,000 transit policy.
Well, then what's he worried about?
Now he demands a guard for it, too.
Well, doesn't he trust his stepson, this Alfred?
Who knows? Who knows what old Cartwright thinks, whom he trusts.
Well, now look,
And after all, $250 plus whatever expense account you can dream up for a couple of hours' drive in the country.
What if his own... Oh? Well, sure, why not? Expense account item 2, $50 deposit on a rental car in which I promptly headed north and west on Highway 44. The 50-odd mile drive to Lakeview was easy and pleasant. Finding Cartwright's home was also easy. It sat prominently atop a hill on the outskirts of the little town with perhaps 2 acres of ground around it. All of it looking worth a lot of money, yet rather seedy and run down. Alvin Peabody Cartwright himself greeted me at the door.
I take it you're Mr. Dollar.
That's right. Mr. Cartwright?
Let me see your credentials.
Oh, well, yeah, sure. All right, here you are.
Yes, all right, you can come in. This way, in my study. Right here. And there, Mr. Dollar, is the box containing the Babylonian relics.
That one carton is all that's to be delivered to the museum in Hartford?
That's all. Young man, the contents of that sealed carton are worth $21,000, and it's sealed, you understand, so that neither you nor that worthless stepson of mine can get your hands on any part of it. Alfred, this is Mr. Dollar. Alfred Hockey.
Hi, Dollar.
Oh, I'm sorry I didn't see you sitting back there.
Yeah.
Now let me finish this phone call that you interrupted. You still there, Mr. Waring? All right, now. Huh? Yes, he finally got here. Dollar's his name. That's right.
Shall I sit down?
Yeah, sure.
Well, just you be sure he identifies himself. Yes, and that he's accompanied by my stupid stepson, whose name's Alfred Hocking. Now, if only one of them appears, or if the seals on the carton are broken, you're not to accept it. Make him bring it back to me in a... No. Call the police. Yes, that's what I said. Call the police. Otherwise, give the money to Mr. Dollar. Not to that half-wit stepson of mine. I don't trust him. Now, they'll leave here shortly, and I know it's late, but Waring, just make sure that you're there waiting for them with the money. Goodbye.
Mr. Cartwright.
Yes? Well, what?
If you're so concerned about it, I can't help wondering why you haven't asked the police to guard this shipment for you.
Because I don't trust them. I don't trust them any more than I trust this numbskull Alfred.
Thanks.
I don't trust anybody.
Oh, does that include me?
Of course it does. Why do you suppose I'm having both of you take it over there? I'll tell you why, to keep an eye on each other. Now, get yourselves out of here and on the way to Hartford. Just be sure you bring that cash right back here to me tonight.
You mean check, don't you?
I mean cash. I don't believe in checks. I don't believe in banks. I don't trust them. I've kept all I have in my big safe here in the house for the past 47 years, and I intend to continue keeping it there, where I can watch over it myself. Now, go on, you and this dumb Alfred. Get out of here.
Dumb, Alfred? I'm not so sure. On the other hand, as we drove back toward Hartford with Alfred at the wheel, he said he knew a backcountry shortcut. I decided he just wasn't as clever as he'd like to be. Hey, take it easy, Al.
I'll give it to you straight, Dollar. I'd hoped the old buzzard would let me make this delivery alone. Because believe me, if he had, he'd never see one red cent of that 21 grand we're going to pick up.
I take it you and your stepfather don't get along too well.
That's putting it mild. But I'm telling you, boy, that once I figure a way to relieve him of his dough, he'll never see me again. $21,000. Boy, that would get me so far away from here, I tell you...
You, been living with him long?
All my life. The crazy old Scrooge has never let me have any money of my own. And me, I got a right to blow myself, have a little fun, as much as anybody.
Well, maybe he thinks you ought to work for it. Hey, now, you better slow down, Al.
Work, did you say? When he's got more than he'll ever be able to use stashed away in that old safe in the cellar? Why should I have to work?
Hey, I said take it easy, Al.
Why don't those trucks stay off those back country roads?
Oh, now, Al.
Why should I work when all I need to do is to get my hands on some of that pile he's got in the safe and I can live like a king? He'll never spend it, and he'll never leave it to me when he kicks off. That's why I haven't knocked him off myself, but believe me,
Al, look, just stop this crate and let me take the wheel.
Yeah, why?
Oh, with all your ranting and raving, you're all over the road.
Sure, okay. Sure, you can drive.
Well, stop.
Sure, I'll stop.
Look out, we'll skid.
Let us skid.
Look out! There was a long period of deep, dull blackness, without sound, without feeling. And then, slowly, hazily, the light came back, but it wasn't clear. Everything seemed very confusing, very vague. I was conscious of a terrible throbbing in my head, and then it slowly passed, leaving only a dull ache. A strange and helpless feeling of not knowing who or what or where I was, until the shadow of a man rose from the ground beside me. slowly took definite form as it wavered for a moment, then stood over me.
How about you, boy? Back to the world again?
Well,
Yeah, you really hit that windshield frame. Here, let me help you sit up. I'll lean you up against what's left of the car. Here now.
car?
Sure. Here, this is the wreck we cracked up in. There you are. Nothing busted. You were just knocked out.
Cracked up?
Sure. On our way to Hartford.
Hartford?
Hey. What's the matter with you?
I don't know. I can't seem to remember anything.
What do you mean?
I
Not anything.
I can't remember. My mind is all blank.
Well, you know who we are, don't you?
No.
What?
No, and my head, it's
Look. Are you kidding,
Hartford?
Bud?
car?
Sure. Hartford, to deliver some stuff and collect the big wad of... You're sure you don't remember?
I don't remember.
Not even who you
I don't
are?
remember. I'm trying to, but it's
Well,
hard.
I'll be... Okay, now, listen. Everything's gonna be okay, real okay. You want to know who we are, huh?
Yeah, who I am.
Sure you do, and I'll tell you. Your name is Hocking. Alfred Hocking.
Alfred.
That's right, yeah. You're Alfred Hocking. We were driving along here in the car. See, I was. You were keeping me company, you get it?
Yeah, I guess so.
Sure you do, sure. You see, I have to deliver some stuff in Hartford. It's in this box here in the car. There, you see it?
Box. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you just came along for the ride. The ride to Hartford, see?
Oh.
Yeah, and after I deliver this stuff and pick up make a little pickup, that is, why, then you and me will part and go our merry way, you see?
I don't know. I guess so.
Sure you do. Sure you do. Yeah.
Sure I do.
You feel better now, huh?
Yeah, much. If only my head would clear. If only I could remember something, anything.
Look, you're gonna be okay. Al?
Al. I'm Al.
That's right.
Yeah. But you... I can't remember.
Huh?
Who are you?
Me? My name is Johnny Dollar.
Dollar.
Yeah, remember that.
Johnny Dollar.
That's right. Yeah.
Now, Act Two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and the Loss of Memory Matter.
Amnesia. Sudden, complete amnesia. And all the feeling of utter helplessness that goes with it. The man who was with me told me of the crack-up of our car on the way to a place he called Hartford. Hartford meant nothing to me. Nor did I recognize anything of the countryside or the road where we sat waiting, hoping someone would pick us up. Names, places, I remembered nothing. Not even who I was, nor who the man with me was.
That's right. Dollar. I'm Johnny Dollar.
I see.
And your name is Hocking. Alfred Hocking.
Hocking.
Yeah, you're feeling better, aren't you?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, look in the pocket of your coat.
Pocket? Oh,
Isn't there a billfold there? Yeah, open it up.
Yeah, here's
Yeah, there's a name in it. Sure, see?
Alfred P. Hocking.
That's right, that's you. And I'm Johnny Dollar. Just remember that and everything will be all right. Now, why don't some truck come along and pick us up, or a car?
What are we doing out here, Johnny?
You see this box? Well, I've got orders to deliver it to the museum in Hartford.
Museum, huh? What's in it?
No, just some old relics. Then I'll collect the money for it, and that'll be that. You can be on your merry way, okay?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess so.
Sure.
But how come I'm going with you, Johnny?
Why, you live in Hartford, see?
Oh, I see.
You didn't even know that. You still don't remember anything.
Only what's happened since I woke up here. Look now.
Yeah?
Why don't you take me home first, if we can get a ride, that is, and maybe if I rest, I'll feel better.
No.
Maybe my mind will clear up.
No, first the museum.
But, Johnny...
All right, listen. The crazy old coot I'm delivering this stuff for, well, he phoned ahead that there'd be two of us, see, so you've got to come along to the museum.
Museum?
Yeah, the museum, the one in Hartford, like I told you.
Oh, yes, Hartford.
But once I get the money for it, I'll take care of you. Yeah, I'll take care of you.
You've done pretty good as it is, I guess.
Sure I have, Al. I've pulled you out of the wreck and all. Hey, look, here comes a big moving van, and if I know those boys, he'll pick us up. Come on, get up on your feet, and we'll flag him down.
The helpful driver of the big cross-country truck picked us up and was all for getting me to a hospital before anything else. But my companion, who called himself Johnny Dollar, assured him he'd do it as soon as our mission was accomplished. So the driver agreed to take us directly to the museum Johnny had mentioned. Johnny Dollar. The name had a strangely familiar sound, but I couldn't remember. Finally, in the city, they told me it was Hartford. We pulled up in front of a large, rather imposing granite building.
You sure somebody will still be there waiting to meet you, mister? It's getting pretty late.
Don't worry, driver. There'll be somebody, all right.
Okay, but you sure you don't want any wait and take your friend Al to a hospital?
Like I told you, the minute we're through here, I'll take care of him. Come on, Al.
Sure. Thanks, driver.
Yeah, thanks.
It's okay, boys. If I couldn't give somebody in trouble a hand, I'd have no business driving this rig. 20. Here's your package.
Oh, thanks again. Now, come on, Al.
Okay, Johnny.
I'll do all the talking, and you just remember who you are.
Sure. Let me help you carry that.
You just push the bell button there beside...
Well, it's about time. Which of you is Mr. Dollar?
That's me. Hi, Mr. Waring. Here's my credentials.
Yes. Then you...
Al Hocking.
Oh, yes. Just as Mr. Cartwright said on the phone. But what happened to you?
I had a little car accident on the way.
Oh, yes. Are you feeling all right, Mr. Hocking?
Well, my...
Oh, sure. I'm going to take care of him as soon as we leave here. So, if you don't mind, you've got something for me, haven't you?
Of course. Seals are still intact.
Sure are, in spite of the accident.
Oh, very well. If you'll step inside, I'll give you the money.
Good. Come on, Al.
I must confess my bewildered mind was somewhat puzzled by what happened next. Mr. Waring opened a small wall safe and handed my companion a package. From it, he extracted and counted almost greedily $21,000. He signed a receipt, accepted a receipt for the packet of bills. Then we left the museum and hailed a taxi.
Hey, buddy, you know a drive-your-own-car place that's still open?
Sure do.
Then take us there, and there's an extra fin for you if you step on it.
Right you are.
Johnny, can't the cabbie take me home first?
I said I'd take care of you, didn't I? All right, now, don't ask any questions. We haven't got time.
Maybe I had lost all memory. Maybe my mind was befuddled, confused. The pain in my head nearly driving me out of whatever sanity I'd retained. Nonetheless, I had a strange feeling that things weren't what they should be. Still, my friend, this Johnny Dollar who'd saved me from the wrecked car... If only I could remember things from before we cracked up. There was something strange, too, in the way he slowly, painstakingly signed the application for the drive-your-own-car, looking carefully all the while at the license he pulled out of his pocket. Then a few minutes later, we were on the road again, and we were heading, according to the highway signs, out of town and toward a place called Danbury on Route 6.
These rental cars could stand a little souping up.
Look, Johnny, I thought you were going to take me home.
I am.
But you said I live in Hartford.
Listen, if I know that stepfather of yours, the sooner we get out of the state.
What? What were you going to say?
Nothing. Now, listen. I gotta get you to a hospital, see, and the best one I know is over the line in New York. You want to get your memory back, don't you?
Yeah, sure, but now look, Al.
Huh? What'd you say?
It's funny. I called you Al.
What's funny about it? Sure you aren't beginning to remember things, huh? How about it?
I wish to heaven I could. But now, look, Johnny, there's something funny about all this. I may be a bit muddled after that crack-up we were in, but it seems...
You are muddled. That's the reason you're getting crazy ideas, but don't. See? Just quit thinking and relax so you might do something you'd be sorry for. Yeah. Real sorry.
This determination of his to get across the state line. Things were wrong, and I knew it. But I didn't know why. A man's judgment is based on his experience, so are his reasoning powers, based on things he's done or that have happened to him, or at the very least on things he's known about in the past. And all of my knowledge of the past was gone from me. Anything I might do or say at this point would probably be wrong. So how could I argue with this Johnny Dollar? What's more, he had a gun. I'd felt it in his pocket when he bumped against me. Perhaps if I had a gun, I could stop him. Demand an explanation. I felt that I should. Why? I didn't know why, but somehow. Johnny?
Yeah?
Why are you so anxious to get into another state?
I told you to get you to a hospital. Now shut up.
Oh, listen to me.
Don't ask questions. Just leave everything to me.
Well, why is driving all this distance, 50 or 60 miles now, better than if you'd taken me to a hospital or doctor back in Hartford?
I told you to stop asking questions.
Yeah. Johnny, why do you carry a gun?
Why shouldn't I? Don't worry about it.
Are you supposed to?
Sure. I got a permit, so forget it.
Let me see it.
Hey, what is this? Later.
Now.
Later, I said.
Then I don't believe you.
All right, then here. Look in this card case.
I looked in Johnny Dollar's card case. His driver's license, business cards that said he was a freelance insurance investigator. And again, something vaguely familiar stirred in my cloudy mind.
You find it yet?
And then an identification card with thumbprint and snapshot. And the picture was not of the man beside me. Instinctively, I leaned over to look into the rear-view mirror, to look at myself. But he pulled the gun from his pocket, and before I could do it, he struck me hard across the head.
All right now, Al. We're gonna stop. You hear me, Al?
Yeah. You hit me with that gun.
That's right.
That was a mistake. Because that second blow on the head. Why have we stopped?
You'll see. You see, you gave me an idea about this gun. Now, get out.
Sure. Why not?
Pretty wobbly, huh? All right, now. Look down over the side of the road there.
What about it?
See that deep ravine down there?
Why? Al?
That's why. Because you called me Al. And this time you meant it.
Yeah. I guess I did. Thanks to that poke on the head.
So, you got some of your memory back, huh? But not your strength. No. So before you do...
No, put that away. Oh, you're not going to look Expense account total so far, $95 even, including doctor bills. Repair bill on rental car is still to come, and strangely enough, old Cartwright is perfectly willing to pay it and any other expenses that may be involved. He's a changed man with his chiseling stepson out from underfoot. Also, I'll be required to appear in court against Alfred Hocking, and there'll be expenses involved there, too. The extra 500 Cartwright insisted I take doesn't go in this account since it came out of his own pocket. Not bad for just a couple of wallops on the head, huh? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
From Hollywood, it's time now for Edmund O'Brien as
Johnny Dollar.
This is Carl Bush, Johnny.
Yeah, Carl, what's new?
We've currently got a marine insurance headache down here. I don't know if you're interested, but your commission would be fat. I called you because I had a feeling you know Singapore. Is that right?
Yeah, I've been there on a case, and it'll have to be a fat commission to get me back there.
The policy is for $300,000. It covers a cargo that's being delayed out there, a time clause.
What reason do you have so far?
Mechanical trouble on the ship. One breakdown after another.
Accidental, sabotage, or both?
That's what we want to learn. Come on down after lunch and talk it over.
Edmund O'Brien in another adventure of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Tri-State Insurance Company, Hartford, Connecticut. The following is an accounting of expenditures during my investigation of the Yankee Pride matter. Expense account item 1, $1.50 cab fare to your office.
Maritime insurance is a bad gamble at best, Dollar. Looks like we're on the short end of this one.
That I know about. I bet on Notre Dame last Saturday.
You aren't alone. This is a cargo of tin bound for a West Coast plant that's under government contract. Armament. Bearings, I think.
Oh. Well, that's where that time clause you mentioned fits, huh?
Right. They got a deadline, so they insured themselves. The way it stands, if that ship doesn't leave Singapore in a week, we start losing 2% a day on 300,000.
You have an office in Singapore?
Yes, but we haven't gotten any satisfaction from them. I don't know. That far away, you're out of touch.
What's your man's name?
Here, name's Ells, Vincent Ells. Here's the address.
Yeah. Well, I guess I can get the rest of the dope from him. I'll get out of here as soon as I can get space.
Good. It's been nice seeing you, Johnny. Let me know when your plane leaves. I'll send you a bouquet of bourbon or something.
Expense account item 2, $1,280 airfare and incidental expenses between Hartford and Singapore. In the perverse way of ship and airlines, we arrived with one of Malaya's heavy, muggy dawns, coasting in over haze-hidden native villages, the island-studded harbor, and finally settling on the big field. I finished customs by 9, napped in my room at the Hotel Europe till 10, and I was in Tri-State's office by 1 p.m.
I'm happy to meet you, Mr. Dollar. Sit down. I trust you had a pleasant trip out.
Well, it's a little too long to be pleasant, Mr. Ells, but those airline people do everything they can.
Yes, you've been in the East before?
A few times. Now,
Then you know that the unexpected is more or less commonplace here.
say, what are you driving at?
It's possible that you've come on an extremely dangerous mission, sir.
Oh?
On the other hand, perhaps it's only coincidence. One of my adjusters has been killed.
He was working on this case?
Yes, I'm afraid he was.
What have you done about it?
I turned the matter over to the police.
Did you mention the situation, the delayed cargo?
I did, but I rather think that they categorized him as an individual rather than as an insurance adjuster.
Who was he?
A young Chinese, Kufo Sun, an intelligent chap. I discussed the matter with him the morning previous to his death. That was 2 days ago. He told me he was going to visit the ship in question, the Yankee Pride. The men on board said he never arrived.
You don't think his death was a coincidence, do you?
Instinctively, no, but it's true that death isn't rare in some quarters here.
So I've heard. Hey, did this boy of yours leave a family? Anyone I can talk to?
His parents were killed in the last unpleasantness, but there's a brother. They shared quarters.
I'd like to have the address.
Of course. It's in 10 Curran Street.
Here you are. I won't bother directing you. Any rickshaw fellow will know where it is. But I believe he's employed by a Dutch concern. Wouldn't be at home till evening.
That'll work out. I want to go talk to the chief engineer of that ship first anyway.
Yes, I suppose you'll have to go. I only beg of you to proceed with great caution. The ship is down at the east docks.
I'm in the sack. Come in.
Oh, sorry to bother you, Chief. What's the matter with you?
Blasted fever. Seems like this climate brings it back.
Malaria?
Yeah. What do you want aboard?
My name's Dollar. I was sent out here by the company that's insuring your cargo.
What about it?
Well, they're going to start losing money if this ship doesn't get started home in a few days.
Well, there's nothing they can do and nothing I can do. I have a bearing flown to me from Hong Kong. When that gets here, I can pump water into the boilers, and not before.
What do you think about all this mechanical trouble you've been having?
What do you mean?
Well, has it all been legitimate, or could it have been sabotage?
Sabotage? Now, who'd do that?
I don't know.
Well, it hasn't been sabotage. Bearings go and generators foul up without any help. Ask me, I've been nursing them for 15 years.
When do you expect the stuff from Hong Kong?
It's hard to say. People don't work the same out here as they do in the States.
Well, I'll fly up there myself after your bearing if it'll get you out of here on time.
Look, mister, I'm not in any shape to figure out anything now. I'm sick. I'll try and talk to the captain about it. Come back tomorrow. Will you?
Uh-huh. Sure, Chief. I know. That fever's rough. After dinner that night, I rickshawed towards the address of the dead Chinese adjuster. I crossed over the Singapore River, which winds through the city to separate the native and European quarters, and entered Bencoolen Street. It was jammed with its people outside to take advantage of the breath of coolness that comes with night.
We're here, Tuan.
Good. Which store?
I point.
Good.
You go some other place, Tuan. I wait.
All right, you wait.
Here you are.
Are you Mr. Koo?
Who asked?
I'm an American. I want to talk to you about your brother.
I will not talk. Why do you come here?
I'm working for the company where your brother worked. I came all the way from America. Why won't you talk to me?
You speak the truth?
Yes, I have no reason to lie.
You come then. You heard in America about my brother?
No, but I'm here in Singapore to do the same job he was doing when he was killed. I wondered if there was some connection.
Connection?
Was he killed because of what he was doing, or for some other reason?
I do not know. I did not know what he was doing.
Are you telling the truth?
Yes.
What are you afraid of? Why did you tell me you wouldn't talk about your brother?
I do not want to die.
Why would you die? Did someone tell you that you would, if you talked about it?
Yes. I cannot tell anything because I know nothing. That he will not believe.
Who? Come on, you can trust me. I promise you I won't mention a word of this.
He who came here before the police. I told him that my brother and I speak of other things, not work. But he made promise that I die if I speak to police.
Who was this man? Did you know him?
No, I have never seen him.
Was he Oriental or Occidental?
English. He would do low work, I think. The work of frightening people for some other.
Ah. And you're sure your brother didn't say anything about his work the night or day before he was killed, huh? Anything about a ship named the Yankee Pride?
Nothing.
I have spent many hours remembering his last words to me. He spoke only of one new thing. A woman. With Forsoon, there was always new woman. With this one, he was filled with pride and excitement. She was Malayan. Perhaps she brought him death.
The man that threatened you, did he ask you about her?
He asked me everything that had been talked of, but I was frightened and did not mention her.
Do you know her name or where I can find her?
You will keep the secret?
I won't even mention that I've met you.
What will you say?
Well, I'll lie about when I got here. I'll tell her I talked to your brother that night before he died.
Her name is Randi. There's a place of an Arab in Malabar Street. It is called Billy Parker. That is where he spoke of finding her.
All right. I'll see if I can.
Please. Korsoon's death is a very heavy sorrow. But my death is in the future. Do not come back. To speak further of this would be to waste the future.
I won't come back, Mr. Cole. Thanks for the help you've given me.
Goodbye.
I wait one. You go other place now.
Yeah, I go other place. Malabar Street. Billy Parker. You know that?
I know, all right.
I didn't bother to go back. The crowd surging around the door I'd come out was enough to tell me what had happened. The future that Mr. Koo had been so anxious to protect had just ceased to exist. Telephones are still at a premium in the native quarters of Singapore. I wanted to report what had happened to Vincent Ells and tell him where I was going and why. So I tried to find one, but couldn't. The joint called the Billy Parker was a mixture of nationalities, languages, and tobacco smoke. I spotted two Occidentals as I went in. They ignored me, so I ignored them and elbowed a place at the bar.
Hello, boss. What do you drink?
Any scotch?
Oh, yes, sir. Got good scotch.
I'll take one. Don't mix it. Yeah, I'm looking for a girl named Rondi. She here tonight?
Rondi? You go table. She serve you, boss. You pay her.
Right.
Rondi! Rondi, come quick.
I am Randy. I brought a drink for me. Is all right?
I'm glad you did. Sit down.
Why did you ask for me?
Well, a friend told me about you.
You sound American, are you?
That's right.
I know some Americans.
Did one teach you to speak English? You speak very well.
No, they do not teach me that. I learned from missionary school in Penang. You are surprised?
I didn't know it showed.
Everybody is surprised that Randy went to school. Some American friend told you about me?
No, he was Chinese. His name was Ku Fo Soon.
Ku Fo Soon. He is no friend of mine. He's poor clerk. He told you about me?
A couple of afternoons ago. Said he was coming here to meet you.
He wanted to meet me, all right, but I did not want to meet him. He made fool of himself.
That would be easy.
What did he say about me?
Oh, that you were beautiful. That he was looking forward to seeing you.
He said that because he was lonely. I know about men. Is that why you think of me tonight? Because you are lonely?
As a matter of fact, I am.
What is your name?
Dollar, Johnny Dollar.
You tease me.
I'll admit it has a ring to it.
No. I tease you. I know the name. In Penang, my father worked for a steamship line with that name. Are you in shipping business?
No relation. Shall we get rid of the scotch?
How do you say? Bottoms up.
Okay.
I think I like Soon better now.
What do you mean?
Because he told you about me. I got tired of these people. I like to talk to you.
Randy! You come what?
Oh, work. Will you wait for me?
Wait for you?
Only a little while, then I stop work. You come to my house. We can talk some more. Please, you wait.
Rondi, are you lying to me, or don't you really know that Kufu Soon is dead?
He is dead? I only knew him that one time. Not as well as I know you. How should I find out? And why should I lie to you?
Because the chances are that you're the last person to see him before he was killed.
How do you know that?
Because he was on his way to meet you, and he never came back.
There are many places to go in Singapore.
Yeah, but it all keeps returning to you or that place. Fusoon's brother was shot right after he told me about you.
I did not know he had brother. Johnny, I do not want to talk to you like this.
I gave the name of the place to my rickshaw boy. Somebody overheard it. And the shooting took place right after we left. Why would somebody want to keep me away from you?
Nobody wants to keep you away from me. You are frightened?
Ah, that's past. If they'd wanted to kill me, they would have by now. Why did you bring me here?
I thought you understood. You are in trouble. Why don't you tell me? To listen to you, I would help you.
Forget it.
That would be better. I will help you forget, too. I'll make a drink. Hi. You like pie?
Sure, anything.
Do not think about your dead friends, John. You cannot help them now. You think of me.
What else?
Easy now. Easy. Sorry to interrupt. Hey, keep your pistol on him, Roy. Right. Well, I'll find out if he's got one.
He's not on.
Ah, well, you should know, dearie. Well, now, ain't you going to get up?
I don't see why I should.
Because we're going for a little drive, that's why you should. Are you coming like a gentleman or otherwise?
Roy, yeah? Oh.
Well, Dollar, what do you make of this? You go to sleep in a river shack, you're not careful now, stay on your feet, and you wake up on the threshold of a blasted mansion. Here, give me a hand, Roy, he can't hold his feet yet. All right. You know, you're an important man, Dollar, but don't get big-headed. There's them that's more important. Major, here we are.
I'm in the library. Come along.
Right you are. Go on, straight ahead.
What on earth have you done to him?
He was quite violent, sir.
Here, help him to the chair. I'd hoped this wouldn't happen, Mr. Dollar. Let me look at you. Don't bother. You'll get a foot in the face if you get close enough. I promise you that.
Oh, I see. It's obvious that you fancy yourself a difficult man to deal with. But let me share a simple truth. You will accomplish nothing here until I allow you to.
Those are strong words.
I have the power to support them. I know all about you, why you're here. My chief engineer will see that the Yankee pride does not move until I give the word.
And when will that be?
When I am ready to leave for Mexico.
Oh, you're crazy. That ship isn't going to Mexico.
Oh, yes, it is, Mr. Dollar. Because I have paid well for passage there.
You don't buy ship's articles. The Yankee pride says she's going to San Francisco.
One can buy anything with sufficient funds. The simplest are the petty official signatures needed to make these changes. You'd be amazed at how easily eyes are blinded and ears deafened. You don't agree with me?
Up to a point.
I understand. You think that I brought you here for the purpose of bargaining with you? There's no need for that.
Why am I here?
Because I enjoy my power. And at the moment, I'm fighting you and your stumbling, idiotic methods.
You're proud of your own? What kind of power did it take to bring off the murders of the Koo brothers? I'm not impressed.
You will be. I'm going to let you go on with your investigation. Because you're a harmless pipsqueak.
Thanks.
How much money will your company lose by further delay?
2% of $300,000 for each day over schedule.
Well, please convey to them my thanks. And tell them I shall cover their loss. They won't attempt to prosecute. You may go. Earl and Roy will drive you wherever you wish them to.
I retreated to my hotel room. But I knew one thing about him and thought I knew something else. His name, as spotted on an envelope on the way out, seemed to be Major Ralph Dixon, and I had a strong feeling that his weakness was his strength and vice versa. The man was power mad. In spite of my exhaustion, frustration didn't let me sleep too well through the rest of the night.
Good morning, Mr. Ells here.
This is Dollar.
Well, I'm glad you phoned. I worried about what might happen to you last night.
Well, don't think for a minute that it didn't happen. What do you know about a Major Ralph Dixon?
Ralph Dixon?
Yeah.
Why, nothing. Who is he?
Well, he boasts that he's the man behind our trouble. He's crazy, and I really mean that.
Oh?
He claims that he's bribed everybody concerned with the Yankee Pride sailing, including port officials.
Mr. Dollar, you sound serious.
I believe him. Look, you have better entree here than I have. Would you see that you can learn something about the ship's papers being changed to include a Mexican port?
Oh, there was no Mexican port. I know that.
Well, he says there is. And see what you can learn about his visas and passport. And you might even check customs. He's holding the sailing up for something.
I say, what are you going to be doing?
Well, I'll start at the other end. I know my way around the bottom. Hello, Randy.
I did not run away, did I? I knew you would come back here.
You aren't afraid of me, but you will be. Right now, you're afraid of the Major, and I don't blame you. 2 men were killed to keep you and the rest of his pawns afraid.
Yes, I'm afraid of him. Many people are.
You and 1 or 2 others are going to have to protect him by taking the blame for those 2 murders. You know that, don't you?
Said there would be no trouble.
That was before I came to town. I say there is going to be trouble. Because I'm going to turn you in. And the Major is so powerful that nobody will believe you when you tell the truth. You'll pay for it all.
I believe that.
Well, don't you want to help yourself if you can?
Why? You know his power.
Not like you do, and I don't want to. I think he's crazy. And if I have to, I'll kill him.
What can I do?
Tell me what's behind it.
Gold. From an inland sultanate who is afraid of invasion. They send their gold out when they can. The Major is making the arrangements.
How much, do you know?
I've only heard. Almost 100 million.
American standard?
Yes, American. It's been delayed in its journey here. What can you do against power like that, Johnny?
If we can get high enough, we'll break him. The man I'm working with on this is checking every official the Major claims to have paid off.
How do you know that?
What do you mean by that?
You are speaking of Mr. L?
That's right.
He is only a human being. He is as greedy as any of us. I do not think he is asking questions.
He's been bought, too, huh?
Yes.
You, the captain, the engineer, officials, else.
You too, Johnny. If you were wise.
Did they tell you to say that?
It does not matter. Yes, they did. They told me to warn you.
I'm glad to hear that.
Why should you be glad?
Because it means he's afraid of me. What else were you supposed to tell me?
Only about Mr. Els.
Yeah. Mr. Els is as good a place to start as any. A check on the tri-state office told me that Els had left for home, so I followed him there. It was a cottage set back from the street. No one answered my knock. Through the veranda window, I could see why. Vincent Ells was sprawled on the floor, a pistol just beyond his outstretched hand. On the way to Major Dixon's, I stopped at my hotel long enough to get an automatic out of my luggage.
Well, what are you...
What's the meaning of this?
I just left Vincent Ells' house.
Oh, yes. I've been advised that the poor man took his own life. Perhaps you can profit from his act.
I think I can. What happened? Did he turn on you?
Let us say that he didn't appreciate his position with me. He miscalculated my strength. Naturally learned there was nothing left for him to live for. How have you fared?
I've done all right. I've finally realized that there's only one way to stop you.
Oh? And what is that?
To kill you. Have you thought of that?
Oh, see here. I'm a man of influence. You'd not be rewarded, you'd be prosecuted.
I think you're a man of influence only in your own mind. Your influence is due partially to money, but more to fear. Ells turned on you and you killed him. The girl Rondi would if she weren't afraid.
Ah, but she is.
She wouldn't be if you were dead. I want you to come with me.
And where would we go?
Down to the police commissioner, where I want you to list every bribe and killing you've been involved in.
Ridiculous. I have an appointment at the club. You'll pardon me, I'm sure.
I know about the gold, Major.
Oh, you do you? What do you propose doing about it?
I'm going to stop it.
You?
Don't try to leave, Major. Major!
Stupid little fool.
I didn't kill him. As it turned out, I didn't have to. Police investigation of the shooting brought out all the truth. The gold was confiscated when it arrived, and after 3 days of questioning, I was released. Remarks? You may lose 2 days on the Yankee Pride schedule, but to balance that, you also lost Mr. Ells, an agent you can do without. Expense account item 4, $300 miscellaneous. Expense account item 5, same as item 2. Expense account total, $2,686. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
If you're looking for murder, I know a guy who can get it for you wholesale. This is another in the adventures of America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator, Johnny Dollar, starring Charles Russell. At insurance investigation, Johnny Dollar is only an expert. At making out his expense account, he's an absolute genius. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar. To West Coast Underwriters, San Francisco Branch. Attention, Bradford L. Coates, General Manager. The following is an accounting of my expenditures during my investigation of the little man who wasn't all there, or in most cases, there at all, or the unpaid premium payoff. Expense account, item 1. 3 cents postage due on your airmail special delivery letter containing said assignment. I can just hear you dictating it.
Take a letter. To Johnny Dollar, you'll find his address in the files. Dear Sir, better make that Dear Dollar. Enclosed find copies of letters received by us from one Mr. James Yarbo, period. This man's wife was insured with our company until recently. One day before her death, her period of grace on an unpaid premium ran out. We canceled her policy in the amount of $20,000. Her husband, Yarbo, first made every effort to collect, then threatened us. Since then, we've received the enclosed series of letters intimating, without confessing, that he's had a hand in the accidental death of at least 12 of our policyholders to date. The police have been working on it, but are getting nowhere. If you are available, please come immediately. Yours very truly, so
Expense account, item 2, $176.87. Airfare, Hartford to San Francisco. Item 3, $5.40. Cab fare, airport to your office.
Dollar, glad you got here. You've no idea what a mess this whole thing is.
Okay, Mr. Coates, okay, don't get excited. We'll nail this guy before you run out of policyholders.
Well, the dozen he's apparently done away with already have cost us darn near $250,000. You've got to move fast, Dollar. The man is a homicidal maniac.
Yeah, but a smart one, though. He's put just enough in those letters he sent you to let you know that he's working on a grand-scale revenge against your company. But he leaves out just enough so the law can't lock him up.
He's had perfect alibis in every case.
Look, Mr. Coates, tell me, have all these deaths been local, right around here?
No, they've been all over California.
Mm-hmm. Well, one other thing, the method. From this list you gave me, Mr. Yarbo seems to have a preference for killing people through the noisy and gory method of fake automobile accidents.
Yes, very true. But what about this last one? Airplane crash. That was a $30,000 loss to us. Just think. Our poor innocent policyholder flying around and then his engine quit. Thanks to a man he's never even seen.
Tell me, Mr. Coates, just how difficult would it be to get a list of your California policyholders? Names and addresses, you know.
Why, that would take days. But goodness gracious, man, you can't hope to keep an eye on them all. Besides, the minute you went off the job, he'd strike again. That's a preposterous idea.
Cut time. Look, I don't want the list. I was just wondering how Yarbo got it.
Oh.
Now, so far you've given me nothing to go on. I'd like you to add 2 things to that. Yarbo's home address and a $50,000 life insurance policy made out to me.
What on earth's that for?
Well, look, in the first place, if we're going fishing for Mr. Yarbo, I might as well be the worm. In the second place, if I should get gobbled up in the line of duty, that $50,000 life insurance would make several attractive young ladies of my acquaintance very happy. Not, mind you, as happy as I can make them by remaining alive. Expense account, item 4, $30. Rental of limousine, complete with chauffeur. I figured if I was riding the trouble, I was riding in style. So I started on a house-to-house survey. You might say, knocking at death's door.
Yes. What is it, please?
I'm sorry to bother you, Mrs. Gianelli, but I'm from the insurance company.
Oh, yes.
It'll only take a moment. One question about your son.
Oh, poor Angelo. What do you want to know about my poor son? He drive away in his automobile, that's all. I'll never see him alive again.
Yes, I know. Tell me, Mrs. Gianelli, did you ever hear your son mention a man named Yarbo?
Yarbo?
Yeah.
Yarbo. I don't know about no such Yarbo. Now, please. Please leave me. There was so much sadness in my house.
Yes?
Mr. Dykes?
Yes.
I'm sorry to bother you, but I'm from the insurance company. About your son's plane crash.
Oh. I thought all those details had been taken care of.
But just one thing, Mr. Dykes. Did your son ever mention a man named Yarbo?
Yarbo?
Yeah.
That's an unusual name. I'm sure if he had, I would have remembered.
Okay, sir. I'm sorry to have bothered you. And thanks.
Yes, sir. May I help you?
Yes, I'd like to have a word with Mrs. Weatherly. I'm from the insurance company.
Well, sir, Mrs. Weatherly has been indisposed, not receiving visitors.
What is it, Brian?
How do you do, Mrs. Weatherly? My name is Johnny Dollar.
Oh, dear. You may go, Brian. Oh, I'm ashamed to let you see me in this condition, Mr. Dollar. I'm just ashamed. But you understand.
I do indeed.
Oh, it was bad enough. The accident, I mean. But the scandal! Oh, I'll never ever be able to hold my head up again.
Yes. No.
If Harvey had to get himself in an automobile accident, why, oh, why, I ask you, did he have to have that awful Mrs. Barclay in the car?
Oh, yes. Yes, it was very unthoughtful of him, Mrs. Weatherly. Would you mind answering one question?
Well, if I can.
Did your husband ever mention a man named Yarbo?
Well, no. No, he never mentioned a man named Yarbo. But neither did he ever mention Mrs. Barclay.
I tried a half a dozen of the other beneficiaries left behind by Mr. Yarbo's list of victims. All I got out of it was a very watery afternoon. The tears were falling like monsoon time in Burma, but of information I got none. This brought me right smack up to a point I didn't want to have to reach, the point of contacting Mr. Yarbo in person. At 8:30 that night, I took a plant on Yarbo's house on Lombard Street. At 11:30, I saw the lights go out, as did Yarbo. He was a little guy, stooped over like he was looking for cigarette butts on the sidewalk, needing a haircut, and, true to type, wearing a long black overcoat. But worst of all was the little satchel he was carrying. Items like this always set off a chain reaction in my imagination, and I could just see him on his way to atomizing the Oakland Bay Bridge, thus causing the biggest automobile accident in history. I very cleverly forced my way into the house by breaking a first-floor window, reaching in and opening same. The cyclops eye of my flashlight started picking up information on the subject of Mr. Yarbo immediately. The room I had entered looked like the Hobby Lobby of an English bobby, a crime museum if I ever saw one. On one wall, a gun case. On another, a crime library. And scattered around the room, a grisly collection, ranging from blood-stained hatchets to shrunken heads. But the most surprising criminal curio of all stood right behind me. Mr. Yarbo, complete with little black bag.
Well, I must say the current second-story man dresses well, but I must also say you, my man, must have the old masters of the art turning in their graves. For you, young man, are a heavy-fingered bungler. There, let's have a better look at you. Now, that flashlight, I'll feel better after you have dropped it.
Hey, what am I doing? You're not even pointing a gun at me.
Don't feel too comfortable. You are well covered from many points. A step from you in any direction may detonate any number of explosive devices.
Why'd I have to pick this joint to burgle? I feel like a city councilman playing a call in the White House. You seem more the kind of a guy I should be working for instead of on. What's your racket?
Racket?
Yeah.
You were in a racket, my little friend. My pastime is a science. Yes, I take it you are impressed with my collection.
Who wouldn't be?
Well, if you're interested, come here.
About those booby traps.
Oh, yes. Note well the design of the rug. The large roses. Avoid stepping on them for the time being.
Oh, great. And I was in here stumbling around in the dark.
May your good luck continue. But look here in this case, the small vial on the right. That was purloined for me to order from the famous Black Museum in Scotland Yard. That little vial once rested in the case of the fabulous murderer, Dr. Crippen. On there, beside it, that lock of hair. That is from the head of the second victim of the noted mass murderer, Neil Cream. And up there, look up there, the hangman's noose over the mantel. From that one swung the body of the notorious Western bad woman, Fanny Turner.
How's chances for running this place for Halloween?
Well, all right then, since you no longer seem interested in playing the part of a bungling burglar, then I assume that I am also free to discontinue my pose as a victim of your disguise, Mr. Johnny Dollar.
Oh? Looks like the chips are down and I'm the fish.
Yes, and there are a lot of other fish in your sea, Mr. Dollar. Poison eels, that's what you are, the lot of you. Parasites, gambling on death, and then not paying when you lose.
Listen, Mr. Yarbo, you're placing a big hunk of blame where it doesn't belong. You're confused about things.
Confused?
Yes. When your wife's insurance premium was overdue, you were allowed a 30-day period of grace. And when that went by, the policy was canceled. Now, that's not the insurance company's fault. It was your fault.
But it wasn't. I gave her the money. She spent it on herself. I'd have made it up. I told them so after she died. I told them, but they wouldn't listen. I'll show you. I'll show you.
Yarbo looked like he was headed to show me the chopping end of an axe laying on top of a small table. I hit him just as he hit the table. As he hit the floor, I noticed what I was standing on. One of those big red roses in the carpet. It hadn't exploded yet, but that was one flower I wasn't standing around waiting to see bloom. It took a lot of nerve picking up a telephone in that room. But I finally got a good hold on my nerves and a fair hold on an imitation of Yarbo's voice. Took one deep breath and picked up the phone. Yes?
Hello, James. This is Martha. I'm at the office. I have good news. 2 more. Mr. and Mrs. Granville Morse, killed tonight on the Great Highway, 2 miles south of Seal Rock. 8:45 tonight. Ran into a post, both killed. Insured for a total of $80,000. I gotta go now. Goodbye, James.
Well, congratulations, Brother Yarbo. 2 more at 8:45 tonight. And who's your new alibi? Me.
In just a moment, we'll return to the second act of Johnny Dollar. But first, did you ever think of "and" as a comedy word? Maybe not, but you'll get a full demonstration on CBS this Wednesday night. There'll be Groucho Marx and his guest on that hilarious quiz, You Bet Your Life. For it's the guests who sometimes floor Groucho with their wisecracks. There'll be Bing Crosby in his regular Wednesday night CBS show and his special guest, Bob Hope. There'll be George Burns and Gracie Allen and Bill Goodwin. And becomes more filled with comedy when you learn that Lum and Abner will have their premiere as Wednesday night regulars on most of these same CBS stations. Yes, this fall you hear them all on C and B and S. Now, with our star, Charles Russell, we return to the second act of Yours Truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yarbo might have been lying unconscious on the floor, but in that setting, I was still afraid of him. I'd have looked the place over with a fine tooth comb. Only having none, I used my hands. I put the pat test to Yarbo's pockets for a gun. He was unloaded. Then turned my attention to the little black bag he'd been carrying when I saw him leave the house, and which he still had with him when he returned. I hoped it wasn't booby-trapped. Opened it and discovered that it was a trap, the type my kind of booby stepped into. Inside the bag was a small radio receiver tuned to something I looked for and found in the room. A small radio transmitter of the type formerly used in army tanks. Through this, Yarbo had heard me enter his little museum of murder and had returned to catch me in the act of prowling the premises. About then, I caught him in the act of coming to. Well, welcome home, Yarbo. Time to get up. I just had a long chat on the phone with Martha. She thought I was you.
You think you're very clever, don't you? Martha knows my voice. If she talked to you at all, she didn't tell you anything. Of that I am sure, so save your breath. There is no use your telling me she gave you any information.
Oh, no, you got me wrong, pal. I only told you Martha called to let you know I know there is a Martha. I figured it might make you nervous, and nervous men are easy to beat.
Other nervous men may be easy to beat, Dollar, but not James Yarbo. The police have tried, and they couldn't prove a thing against me. Now, may I have your permission to get up?
Yeah. Maybe the police haven't been able to get anything on you, but I have something. Attempted murder. The hatchet you went for.
The pitiful mistake of a pitifully suspicious mind, Dollar. I wasn't reaching for that hatchet on the table. I was trying to show you something in the table drawer. There it is, spilled out on the floor. My wife's insurance policy. The one your unscrupulous thieving superiors refused to pay. The vampires? Here, look at it. All in order. Much of it in fine print. Fine. Just fine.
Okay, Yarbo, that did it. Come on, ahead of me.
Where are we going?
To find some place to lock you up. I was hired to stop you, and until I do, I'm at least going to try and slow you down. Now move. Linen closet. No room here. Come on. Bathroom. No window. Yeah, this'll do. Go on, get in there.
No, not in here. Anywhere but in here.
It's a good place. You may get thirsty.
No. This is where my wife died. Not in here. No.
Which, on the surface, may seem to have been a move on the cruel side. But Yarbo was a man obviously off his rocker, and I needed him more nervous than I already had him. Too nervous to attempt killing any more people. Expense account item 5, a nickel. Phone call, downtown office, state police. Mr. and Mrs. Granville Morse had indeed crashed to their death on the great highway south of Seal Rock at 8:45, which made the lady with the early telephone news flash Martha, a gal with whom I wanted an early date. Come on, answer the phone.
Hello?
Hello?
What is it?
Hello, Mr. Coates. This is Dollar.
Huh? Oh, yes, Dollar. What do you want?
Well, first I want to tell you that you just lost 2 more policy holders. List price, $80,000.
Oh, good Lord. This is terrible. Who? How? What?
Never mind that. I've also got something else. On the good side. I need your help tonight.
Of course. Anything. What can I do?
Meet me at your office. You and I are going to go looking for a dame named Martha.
Martha? Martha who?
I don't know, but I hope she works for you.
I'll be there in a half hour.
Make that 20 minutes, and you'll be 10 minutes closer to happy days. The office personnel records of the West Coast underwriters turned up not 1, but 3 employees named Martha, which gave me 3 choices as to who had been supplying Yarbo with a list of West Coast insurance policy holders. Finding the exact Martha was even easier. On the phone, she had told me that she was calling from the office, and the night elevator operator's in and out book showed the signature of one Martha Kinsey, and I just couldn't wait to hear her report.
Who is it?
I've got a message from Mr. Yarbo.
Oh, just a minute. Message from James. Oh, what does he want?
Well, what he really wants is to get out of the bathroom. That's where I've got him locked up.
Who are you?
You ought to know who I am. I assume you're the one that told Yarbo he could be expecting a call from an insurance investigator named Dollar. Well, that's me.
Well, I don't care. James told me girls give out lists of names all the time. Sell them for mailing lists. 10 cents apiece. May not be ethical, but it's not against the law. James told me, and I believe James. Oh, he's the smartest man I ever knew.
He may be the smartest, but he's right in line to be numbered among the deadest. One of these fine mornings, the state is going to give him a cyanide egg for breakfast.
What do you mean?
You should know. Murder, execution, gas chamber.
Well, you can't prove a thing. James told me so, and he knows. Well, he's smart.
I hope he's not smart enough to pick a lock with a bath mat. Now, come on, sit down. You and I are going to have a nice, long talk.
We are not. I won't say a thing. I don't have to, unless you have a warrant, an indictment, and a court reporter. James told me so.
Yeah, I know. He's smart. But no matter what he told you, you're going to tell me a few things.
Oh, no, I'm not.
Oh, yes, you are.
Oh, no, I'm not.
Oh, yes, you are. So, I was wrong. Martha didn't tell me anything. But her stubborn attitude did. She was in love with Mr. Yarbo, a stupid, middle-aged woman having her last fling at romance, doing her best to keep her last chance alive in the person of the man who had made her his partner in crime. As crazy as it was, this grotesque pair of lovebirds created the only real emotion in the case to date, and switched my thoughts from the widely scattered deaths which had brought me into the case, and over to the single death of Yarbo's wife. Enclosed, find a transcript of statement made to me at 2 o'clock in the morning by the doctor who signed Mrs. Yarbo's death certificate.
Cause of death, cerebral hemorrhage. Result of severe fracture of skull. Region, medulla oblongata. Contributing factors, woman bathing in bathtub at home. Slipped and fell, striking head on shower spigot. Coroner's finding death due to misadventure. Accidental.
It took the doctor 2 minutes to get around to making that statement. I figured it would take Martha at least 30 minutes to get her hair out of her curlers and make herself presentable enough to risk being seen on the street. That left me 28 minutes to get back to Yarbo's house before she did, and I didn't need half that long. In the cab on my way over, I took inventory. 1, to date, Yarbo's alibis covering him on all the so-called revenge murders had been perfect. Too perfect. 2nd, when I first faced Yarbo, he screamed about his wife's death, not in the light of having lost his lady love, but in the light of having lost her insurance money. Just as my 3rd and most important conclusion came upon me, the taxi came upon our destination, and I had to go to work. Once inside the little horror house on Lombard Street, I got set for a long search. But it turned out to be a short one, and it proved 2 things. Yarbo was not only a murderer, he was as crazy as he'd acted in having kept the evidence around. Okay, Yarbo, come on out.
Well, I hope you have enjoyed your waste of time, Mr. Dollar, as I've enjoyed my chance for meditation. You saw Martha, I suppose?
Yes, I saw Martha. Bless her silent little soul.
Yes, I was sure of Martha. She believes in me.
You can say that again. Come on out here.
Mr. Dollar, I suppose you are aware that this is the 2nd time tonight you have been guilty of breaking and entering. I am, however, willing to forgive that, should you come to your senses and decide to go back to Hartford and leave me alone. Mind treading on the roses in the rug, Mr. Dollar?
Sorry, Yarbo. I fell for that gag earlier tonight.
People who smile at that joke give me the last laugh.
Now, look, Yarbo, I know exactly what you've been up to, and I know why you've done it. But your little war of nerves has got to stop.
It will never stop. No one can prove anything against me.
I can. I can prove that you haven't done a thing to bring about those accidental deaths you've been taking credit for. Martha has sat down that insurance office and notified you every time there's been an accidental death of a policyholder in this part of the country. Then you've written the company your little letters and gotten your little kicks out of it, right?
That's a lie, lie.
This is a switch, a guy yelling that loud that he's guilty.
You'll have to prove it. You will have to prove it.
Don't worry, chum. I'm not going to waste a breath proving murders that you didn't commit. But, brother, I'm really going to go to town on the one that you did. Your wife, Mr. Yarbo.
That is the most ridiculous statement you have yet made, young man. Look around you. Take note. I have profited by all the mistakes made by the original owners of these bloody souvenirs from Dr. Crippen on down. You see in me the living composite of them all, and I intend to stay that way, alive.
I'm afraid you will, but it's going to be inside an upholstered room. And this is what will put you there. Yeah, Mr. Yarbo, you carried your little hobby of crime souvenirs too far when you saved this hunk of pipe and the faucet with which you clubbed your wife to death.
She slipped and fell. She was in the tub.
I'm sure the police microscopes can give you a strong argument on that one. Now, come on. And let's make it easy on each other, shall we?
No, I didn't do it. I didn't do it. Let go.
Whoa.
Let go of me. You have to prove it.
James, what's he doing?
Help me, Martha. Help me. Hit him with something.
I'd have bet on myself against the 2 of them if I didn't have to fight while playing hopscotch over those roses in the carpet, about which I still wasn't quite sure. It was touch and go. Martha would try to touch the back of my head with something, and I'd go.
Do something, Martha. Do something.
I'll fix him.
The something Martha tried to do was pick up a heavy-based urn and aim it at me. She missed. It started to roll across the rosy carpet. When Yarbo saw where it was headed, he wrenched himself loose and dove to stop it. I dove the other way. He got there just too late. I didn't have to look twice to know he was dead. Fate had called James Yarbo up on his own carpet. When Martha threw that urn at me, it had rolled straight for the only rose in the rug that had been booby-trapped. Which only goes to prove that sometimes a rose by any other name can be anything but sweet. Expense account, item 6, $1.40. 3-month subscription, Love Life magazine. Sent to accessory to murder, Martha Kinsey, Tehachapi State Prison. I figured 3 months was about all she had, the judges and juries in California being rather efficient that way. Expense account, item 7. $6. Dinner and diving for pearls in a barrel of Blue Points at Fisherman's Wharf. Diving for Pearl's earring, which she lost while bending over the barrel trying to see what oysters look like. Item 8, $176.87. Airfare, San Francisco to Hartford. Expense account total, $942.08. Not including defense lawyer fees if you decide to sue me for not being able to add correctly. Signed, yours, truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, is produced and directed by Gordon T. Hughes and stars Charles Russell. Script by Paul Dudley and Gil Dowd. Featured in the cast were Jay Novello, Martha Wentworth, Paul Dubove, Gigi Pearson, and Larry Dobkin. The special music is written and conducted by Wilbur Hatch. Be sure to be with us at this same time next week when another unusual expense account is handed in by
yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Everyone is concerned about world affairs these days. If we want world peace, we'll have to have national peace first. In order to keep America's strength and prestige, in order to preserve her freedom, we must do away with group prejudice. Let's stop judging people by the color of their skin or the place where they worship and start considering them for what they do. We'll be sure to have a happier world. Stay tuned now for Vaughn Monroe and his caravan, following immediately on most of these CBS stations. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
The encyclopedia says that the island of Haiti can be called San Domingo, Santo Domingo, or Hispaniola. Well, after my visit there, I could suggest a few more things they can call it, but they probably wouldn't get past the censors.
This is another in the adventures of America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator, Johnny Dollar. At insurance investigation, Johnny Dollar is only an expert. At making out his expense account, he's an absolute genius.
Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar. To Home Office, American Federated Life Insurance Company, Hartford, Connecticut. Attention, Harvard Huntington, General Manager. The following is an accounting of my expenditures during my assignment in Port-au-Prince, Haiti. Or, the nights may be black down there, but the magic is blacker. Expense account, item 1, $15 for a pair of tickets to see the show Detective Story at the Hudson Theater, New York, which I never got a chance to use since I was sitting in the living room of your Hartford home promptly at curtain time.
I want to thank you for coming out here.
Why, that's all right, sir.
Sorry to break into your evening like this, but since I have, I'll get right to the point.
Fine.
Perhaps you've heard of the Gordon family here in Hartford.
Well, what I see of the society page is while I'm flipping back to the sports section. But I've noticed the name. Diamond-studded, aren't they?
Yeah, immensely wealthy. Pillars of society and, surprisingly, quite a proper family.
Oh.
It is all but one of the sons, Ralph. He's a heavy drinker, complete wastrel, ne'er-do-well.
A blot on the old escutcheon, eh?
Yes, continually getting into one scrape or another. Now he's done it again.
I take it that you're not worried about Ralph the man, but about Ralph the policyholder.
Well, to put it bluntly, yes. I don't think it's unethical for a company to protect its interests. In this case, the policy is in the amount of $150,000, payable to his death to charity or to his wife if he's married.
Oh, it's quite a piece of paper.
Yes, to be quite candid, I rue the day it was issued. But the point is this. Ralph Gordon, at last report, is dying aboard his yacht at Port-au-Prince, Haiti.
Oh, you don't need me, Mr. Huntington. You need the Mayo Clinic.
Dollar?
Yeah?
I hesitate to even mention this in the presence of a sane man, but from everything we can learn, young Gordon is not dying from any known malady. He's dying as a result of a... Well, it's pure nonsense. He's supposed to be dying as the result of a voodoo curse. Now, anyone with any sense...
Now, wait a minute. Where'd you get your information?
From his older brother, Thomas. He's a doctor. He's down there in Haiti with Ralph. I want you to go down and debunk this thing, Dollar. Find out what's wrong. Why, any sane man knows there's no such... voodoo. You don't believe in it, do you?
No. Not unless I see it working. Expense account, item 2. $148.70. Hartford to Port-au-Prince via airplane. Expense account item 3, $32.50. Tropical clothes. They didn't fit me, but they fit the weather. And item 4, $25. Spent while I browsed the waterfront bars in Port-au-Prince, looking for somebody who knew where the Gordon yacht was moored.
Know about this
When I found him, he not only knew that, he knew everything.
Ask me first. My name's Cap Reagan, and I've been here since before repeal. Give up my citizenship, I did. With the help of a couple of prohibition agents.
Oh, you don't say.
Uh-huh. And I figure on sailing out my final days right here. What do you want with the Gordon craft?
I want to see the owner, Ralph Gordon. How do I get to it?
Oh, I reckon you pay me to row you out to her. My dinghy's down at the foot of the pier, just a short hail from where we're at.
Oh, well, good. Come on, let's shove off then.
Just wait till it down my ration here. That'll put me shipshape. What'd you say you wanted with that schooner? You figuring on buying her?
Well, thanks for the compliment, pal. Listen, if I bought a boat today, it would have to be a surplus life raft. Now, I told you I want to talk to Gordon.
Friendly visit or other kind?
I'm beginning to see how you know so much about this island.
Well, never question, never learn. Remember that, Sonny?
Yeah.
Yeah, this way. Veer off to starboard. No, sir. Never question, never learn.
Yep. Well, I'm an insurance investigator, and a company sent me down here to look things over, including Gordon.
Something wrong?
I don't know yet. What do you know about him?
A jug full, Sonny, a jug full. Stood into the harbor about 2 months back. No sooner dropped his hook than his crew started taking the pierhead lead. Everybody jumped but the bosun, for reasons of his own.
Why did they leave him?
'Cause he was half seas over all the time. You navigate with sextant, a compass, and parallel rulers, Sonny. Not with a double shot and a water chaser. You get the drift?
They were afraid to sail with him, huh?
Aye, that's the line of it. And if you had ever piled into a reef, you'd feel the same. Yeah, here we are.
Oh.
That's my dinghy down at the bottom of that ladder. There's Gordon's yacht out there. You see her?
Oh, yeah.
That tug's passing the stern of her now.
Yeah, say. That's a lot of boat.
Yeah. She carries a suit of sail like a grain clipper. Wait till you see her close up. She's as dirty as a garbage scow. Give her a hail now, Sonny. They're close enough.
Hey! Anybody aboard? Hey, aboard the yacht! Anybody home?
Yes? What do you want?
If the ship was dirty, I didn't notice. It may have had good lines, too, but it couldn't have touched what stood at the rail wearing clam diggers, an off-the-shoulder T-shirt, and a Caribbean tan.
Uh-huh. There's a rim hull for you. Yeah. That'll be his wife.
His wife? Oh.
Can I come aboard?
Who are you? What do you want?
I'm Johnny Dollar from Hartford. I want to talk to Ralph.
Oh. Why, yes, then I guess you'll have to come aboard.
Here. I'll swing the stern into the ladder. Okay. There you be. Oh. Steady now. Steady.
Okay, Cap. You wait for me, huh?
Yeah.
Well, how are things in Ralphie's old hometown?
Cold. But not as cold as this reception.
Don't let it throw you. What is this, a friendly drop-in? Business? Or just plain snooping? If it's the last, I'm Edwina. The wife they haven't heard about at home.
Oh, congratulations. Now I know why you like to wear your shoulders bare. The better to keep a chip on them.
If you're through being sharp, I'll let you hear what's left of my husband. Come on, through here.
Okay.
Hey, Ralph! Ralph, you've got a visitor from Hartford.
Get away from this cabin, you dirty little gold digger, and take your visitor with you! Wine's all gone. Why don't they send another case of wine?
There you are, chum. He's got the door locked. He'll stay that way till he runs out of wine. You heard enough?
Yeah. Enough to know how you acquired your charming attitude.
Forget it. I walked into it with my eyes wide open. Let's get back out on deck. The light's better for throwing bobs at each other.
Yeah, sure. Sounds like fun.
Well, do I have to help you off the boat?
Not until you help me by answering some questions. I'm an insurance investigator, and I was sent down here by the company that holds a policy on your husband's life.
What should I do, Finn?
The story they got was that Ralph was dying from some kind of a voodoo curse. They don't believe it, neither do I.
Why not? That might be true.
Huh?
Well, some old dame, they call her Maria Lascelles. She came out to the boat. She yelled some things at him, and when Ralphie threw a bottle at her, she swore she'd put a curse on him. How'd they hear about that back in Hartford?
Ralph's brother, Dr. Thomas Gordon, told them. Do you know him?
Yeah, we hate each other. I wonder why he told them.
Maybe because he thought somebody, who'd be better off with Ralph dead, was using Maria Lascelles' curse as a cover-up. How would you stand as his widow?
Get off this boat, John.
Never mind the act. You're his beneficiary. Or didn't you know?
I said get off.
What's the trouble, Eddie?
Oh, him. Yo, come here, will you?
All right. Who's the boarding party?
Just get him off him. I'll see you in my cabin.
Sure, honey. Anybody get you this upset, it'll be a pleasure. Well, mate, do you walk or dive?
Save your strength for the last scene, Goliath. I was just leaving. Expense account, item 5, $3. Paid to Cap Reagan as water taxi fare. Item 6, 80 cents. Land taxi fare to Hotel Francois. An up-at-the-heels hangout for not only the best in tourists, but also Brother Thomas Gordon, M.D.
Yes?
I'm Johnny Dollar, Dr. Gordon, from Hartford.
Oh, yes, Dollar. I've been expecting you. They wired me you were coming down. Come in.
Thank you.
Oh, please make yourself comfortable. Could I offer you something?
Nothing but some brotherly advice.
Why, certainly. You know, I feel like a stupid fool for not being able to handle this thing myself. So now that you're here, you call on me for anything. Have you seen Ralph?
I tried to, but he locked himself in his cabin. Tell me, as a medical man, how do you digest this voodoo curse story?
Why, it's ridiculous. Good heavens, this is the 20th century. I do think that science doesn't know everything it would like to know about voodoo and black magic. There are stories supposedly true, but any victim would have to have a highly susceptible mind. Now, I know my brother, Mr. Dollar. His mind is susceptible only to his own whims and fancies.
Well, then what's the matter with him?
Well, that's it. I don't know. He's drawn within himself. He seems to be searching almost insanely for escape through alcohol.
Hasn't anybody thought of putting him on the wagon? It's a horrible idea, but I've heard it works.
I don't think this is the time for it. He's suffering mentally and needs release.
Well, that leaves us with only one thing to think about. No matter how thin you cut it, it's still voodoo.
Well, I'm a man of science, Mr. Dollar. I'd make hypocrisy out of all my knowledge and training if I attacked the problem from that direction. But please, you let me know what you learn.
Expense account, item 7. $4. Rental of horse and cart in which my walking tourist guide, Cap Riggin, and I jolted out of town in search of Maria LaSalle. Something made me feel like I was riding my last mile in a tumbril en route to the guillotine. The moonlight was fighting a losing battle against an army of storm clouds that were sweeping in. And then to make it worse, I heard a drum.
You there, Sonny?
Yeah, sort of a tired Gene Krupa.
Means we're getting close to Maria's headquarters.
Is she the only one around here?
Yep. None of the good Hugans performs in her territory. She's too mean.
Oh, great. What's the matter?
We're here. And that's the path. Over there by that gnarled old tree. From here on, you plot your own course. This is close enough for me.
Oh, me too. Well, how do I know I can't put a curse on her? I've never tried.
Smooth sailing, Sonny.
The path ran along the edge of a field of sugarcane. On the other side was a solid wall of jungle. First, I smelled some feathers burning. Then I heard the chant. There was an opening in the wall of jungle that led to a small clearing, and just before the moon was smothered by another cloud, I saw a shack. Little clouds of smoke curled out through an open door, and I could see the glow of a fire on the floor inside. Maria, I want to talk to you.
Who is it? Comes to the house of Maria.
My name wouldn't mean a thing to you, but what I have to say will. Can I come in?
Andre, what is this word of so great importance to stop Maria?
All I know about voodoo is I don't believe it.
Papa Legba.
I've come to you because I haven't gotten any answers from anybody else. I want to know what's behind this so-called curse you put on Ralph Good.
You don't believe? You let me make you believe it. Ralph Gordon, he died tonight in the wind and rain. And for you, I have magic now. Look, regard my fire. You will see, you will believe this work. Voila! Believe!
I couldn't see what she'd thrown into the fire. She'd reached behind her for it. But when the smoke from it whirled around me, it seemed to grab my throat and squeeze. I stumbled back to the door. I hadn't believed in voodoo when I'd come in, but going out, I wasn't so sure.
In just a moment, we'll return to the second act of Johnny Dollar. But first, the two Orange Bowl teams, Santa Clara and Kentucky, will be honored by Vaughn Monroe and his CBS Caravan tonight. Vaughn and his great band will play favorite songs of the two Orange Bowl teams. Be sure to hear Vaughn Monroe's Caravan, followed by the Gene Autry Show on most of these same CBS stations tonight and every Saturday night. Now, with our star, Charles Russell, we return to the second act of Yours Truly, Johnny Dollar.
My throat burned. My eyes were looking at each other. My lungs felt like a pair of deflated footballs. And the blood in my head was pounding a better and louder rhythm than that drum. I staggered around the heavy jungle air, and when I could breathe again, I gulped in enough to lift the Graf Zeppelin. By that time, I was cool enough to get hot, in anger. I got back to the shack. Maria had either disappeared into space or flown the coop. The atmosphere was not quite deadly. I crossed over to where she had been squatting. She hadn't left much of what she'd smoked me out with, but she'd left enough to swing things back from the world of black magic into the world of logic. A few shreds of photographic film on the dirt floor. And film, made of cellulose and nitrates, not only takes pictures, It puts out nitric oxide and nitrogen dioxide when it's burned, a combination that would live up to the demands of any gas chamber. The captain rowed me out to the Gordon yacht. This time I boarded without a hail. Ralph was still in a bad mood as I started to pass his cabin.
Why don't they send the wine? Empty! Empty!
His antics inside the cabin sounded interesting, but not half as interesting as the conversation coming from Edwina's cabin. Dear Edwina, the little wife they didn't know about at home.
I'm telling you, we can't go on with this.
Well, this tops it. You having a change of heart.
Well, that's what happened.
Not so sure that makes any difference. Maybe you're in too deep to back out. How would you like it if I spilled the whole thing?
Well, what difference does it make? It's better than landing in a Haitian prison with your motives showing.
Think it over, Angel. I'll be in my sack when you make up your mind.
How wrong can you be?
See you later, hon.
Since I've been on the receiving end of so many surprise sluggings, this was almost a pleasure.
What are you doing on this ship? Get off.
Oh, no. Not of that intriguing conversation I just heard.
How much did you hear?
If I added it to that gas assault Maria LaSalle threw at me, it'd be enough to nail you and Loverboy here for conspiracy to commit murder.
Well, I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, the point is, I know what you two were talking about.
Oh, listen to me. You've got to believe me.
I don't have to. Well, try me anyway.
Well, I admit that him and I... Well, it was because Ralph turned into a wino after we were married.
Well, this probably marks the first time in history that an icicle melted in Port-au-Prince.
Please let me finish. When my marriage went to pieces, I had to do something or go crazy. See, Ralph drinking up all the champagne on the island was just more than I could take. I was going to divorce him and leave with him, but we weren't going to murder him.
Chapter 1 has so many holes in it, it would have been printed by a punch press. You don't worry about landing in prison with your motive showing when all you're planning is divorce.
Oh, yes, you do when people are waiting for your husband to die under mysterious circumstances. That's why I was trying to make him go away. If Ralph died, who'd look any farther than the erring wife?
Can you lock this cabin from the outside?
Yeah. What are you going to do? You're not going to lock me in?
No, just your playmate. You're coming with me.
Where?
To Maria LaSalle's. I want to catch your reaction when she sees you.
You don't believe me.
No. With $150,000 at stake, I don't even believe myself. There's her shack. Go ahead. Go on in.
Easy. Come to the door of Maria. Who are you, woman?
Well, Mr. Dollar, are you satisfied?
Not quite.
And you who don't believe, why are you here? You wish again to see the power of my smoke?
Let's drop the act, Maria. I know what you threw into the fire.
It was my Booker smoke.
Yeah, well, a good man from the police laboratory can sift enough out of those ashes to know it was film.
What is this you say?
I say that I've got enough on you, you old fake, to put you in the local pokey.
Who dares to speak this to Maria?
And that's where you're going to go if you don't cooperate. That's a promise.
What is it you want?
Did somebody put you up to this cursed business that Ralph Gordon is supposed to be under?
Well, a man of your race.
Who was it?
I do not know. Now go. That is all.
It's not enough. What was his name?
I don't know the name.
What did he look like then?
My eyes are closed.
Nuts. Come on.
No,
Taking you into town, I'm about to drag you by the hair.
No, don't touch me. I will tell you how it is. It is true. I do not know the name or the face. He come to me. He asked me when comes the next rain and wind. I tell him last night. But it is tonight. The storm comes with the heat. He tell me he needs storm to close portholes in the ship.
Huh?
He say if I bring this curse, I will be the best Hugan on Haiti because it kill white man. That is difficult. That is all. Now you go.
How about the film for the fire? Did he give it to you?
This is true. Not long before you come.
Well, get rid of it, Granny, before you lose your license to operate.
Now, you go. Maria will be alone. Papa,
Okay, Mrs. Gordon. Let's not stay for the music.
Did you make head or tail out of what she said?
Hey, look. What goes into your husband's cabin?
Nothing but food and wine. Mostly wine.
Well, who fixes his meals?
I do. Our cook left us.
Well, what about the wine?
Huh?
Where does it come from? You said it was champagne, didn't you?
Yeah, it always comes from the same place. Liquor shop in town, a case at a time. Oh, nothing makes any sense. What are you going to do?
All I can do. Try every angle. But that's not all I'm going to try in that liquor shop. Expense account, item 8, $4.50. 2 quarts of rum, the purchase of which helped loosen the tongue of the proprietor who had been supplying Ralph Gordon's champagne.
Which wine? A case at a time, packed in dry ice. There is
And
no
the
doubt.
words that poured out weren't exactly intoxicating, but they sent me staggering to the nearest phone.
Yes? Hello?
Hello, Dr. Gordon, this is Dollar.
Good heavens, Dollar, I've been wondering about you. What have you learned?
First, tell me this. What would happen to a man if he was in a ship's cabin on a stormy night with all the portholes closed and there was a lot of dry ice in there with him?
What was that?
A small room, no ventilation, a lot of dry ice. A lush may be passed out. What would happen?
Good Lord. Dry ice is solidified carbon dioxide. If enough of it evaporated into the room...
The lush would not be bothered by a hangover the next morning because he wouldn't wake up, right?
Exactly. The gas, although not toxic, would force the oxygen from the atmosphere, and the result would be asphyxia. What are you getting at, Dollar?
That curse your brother is suffering from is very scientific. The champagne he's been getting has been chilled by dry ice, about 5 pounds per case. And 1 case went out to the yacht just before the storm broke.
Lord. Well, it may be just coincidence, but Ralph's wife and that bosun.
Yeah, I know. For a bosun, he'd make a very good chemist. Well, send for a pull motor, will you? If it's too late for your brother, maybe I can use it.
I'm a flying fish sailor. I hail from Hong Kong.
Hey, Cap.
Blow,
Cap.
blow.
Come on, Cap.
Ahoy, Sonny. Send him around, George, from a shipmate and me. This is rum
Never mind the
weather,
round,
Sonny.
Cap. You gotta row me out to that yacht again.
Huh? What do you take me for, a blasted galley sleeve?
Come on,
My
Cap.
back is
I'm
about
in a
broke
hurry.
now from all the rowing in this...
$20.
In this... What'd you say?
I didn't think it could rain any harder than it had, but it did. We would have been drier swimming. And the visibility was so bad, I would have had to have a seeing eye sealed to find the ship. But about 20 minutes out, Cap spotted her riding lights.
Here she lies, Sonny.
We were on target. But so was somebody else. A searchlight stabbed out at us.
Hey. This sounds like Prohibition days. Who's giving us a broadside?
Can't tell yet.
I'll lay a pelican hood over his head if I get my hands on him.
Hey, Cap, what's the matter?
Got my left leg.
Cap, get down to the bottom. I'm going over the side. To me, swimming is a pastime to be practiced only under ideal circumstances, in a pool, and preferably in the company of a well-filled bikini suit. But there was nothing to do but swim, so I swam. I tried to remember how many shots had been fired, and that's where I made my mistake. There was a lull in the shooting, which I took to mean the gun was empty. I put my head down in the best Weissmuller style and thrashed my way to the ladder. But when I got there, the first thing I saw after I'd shaken the water out of my eyes was the muzzle of a rifle. The face looking down the barrel at me belonged to Brother Thomas Gordon, M.D.
Sorry, Dollar. Killing you wasn't in my plan. But now it'll have to be done.
I wasn't surprised at that, but I was surprised at what happened. I was waiting for a bullet to come my way, but instead the doctor did.
Are you all right, Dollar?
Yeah, I am. Nothing wrong that a Turkish towel won't cure. I'll thank you later for spoiling his aim. Get a hook on the doctor. He's our prize fish. Don't let him get away. I grabbed a fire axe out of its case on my way to Ralph Gordon's cabin. If it needed ventilating, I knew one quick way to do it. I didn't check for oxygen. I took a deep breath, held it, and went in. The cabin was littered with wine bottles, and in one corner, in an open case, was the dry ice that was in the process of cooling Gordon off for good. He was stretched out in his bunk. I hefted him to my shoulder, used the last of my breath getting him out of there. Expense account, item 9, $30. Cover charge at a hospital where I put the revived Gordon under the care of a doctor, not his brother, who happened to be resting in a jail cell at the time. His motive hadn't been the insurance money. He figured to gain quite a chunk as the only heir to the Gordon fortune, if he could have taken care of Brother Ralph. Item 10, same as item 9. Same hospital where they patched up Cap Regan. Item 11, $148.70. Return trip to Hartford. And expense account item 12, $40. An ounce of voodoo perfume for the lovely but sometimes chilly Edwina. Maybe if she tries that kind of magic on her husband, he'll spend less time with a bottle joy and more with her kind. Expense account total, $424.70. Signed, yours, truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, stars Charles Russell. Tonight's script by Paul Dudley and Gil Dowd was produced and directed by Ralph Rose. Featured in the cast were Betty Lou Gerson, Sylvia Sims, Ben Wright, Ken Christie, Howard Culver, Dawes Butler, and Tim Graham. The special music is written and conducted by Leith Stevens. Be sure to be with us at the same time next week when another unusual expense account is handed in by
Johnny Dollar.
Were you right? Were you wrong? Did you know it was Buster Keaton playing Sing It Again's Phantom voice these last few weeks? Well, now there's a new Phantom riding the airways on Sing It Again. And for identifying him tonight, some CBS listener can win $50,000 in cash and prizes, radio's largest jackpot. Phone calls go out from coast to coast, so be ready for the new Phantom when Sing It Again comes your way over most of these same CBS stations later tonight. Now stay tuned for Vaughn Monroe's Caravan, which follows over most of these same CBS stations. This is CBS, where yours truly, Johnny Dollar, meets adventure every Saturday night, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
From Hollywood, it's time now for Edmund O'Brien as...
Johnny Dollar.
This is Doug Strand over at Bay State Bonding and Liability. I've got a big bonding case for you up in Boston.
Well, I just started to work on a case here in Hartford, also bonded. But okay, what's the picture?
Huh? How'd you know it was a picture?
How did I know what was a picture?
The one I'm calling about, an oil painting. Insured for $250,000. It's just been stolen.
Edmund O'Brien in another transcribed adventure of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Bay State Bonding and Liability Company, Hartford, Connecticut. The following is an accounting of my expenditures during investigation of a missing masterpiece. An investigation that took place in Boston, but turned out to be no tea party. Expense account, item 1, $8, mileage, Hartford to Beantown on the Charles. First stop, the Modern Art Gallery, a modest made-over brownstone in a modest business neighborhood.
Good afternoon.
Oh, hello. Is Mr. Andrew Modern here?
He stepped out of the office for a few moments, but perhaps I could help. I'm his daughter.
Oh, I see. My name is Dollar. I'm from the insurance company. They sent me up to see what I could do for you on last night's theft.
Oh, that's such good news. Father has been beside himself. I know he'll be so relieved with you here.
Now, let's see. According to my worksheet, the painting was owned by a Mr. Rideau, huh? Caesar Rideau?
Yes, he's an acquaintance of ours. He's not what you'd call the arty type by any means, but he's interested in good oils, and he has a very nice collection of masters.
Was this village scene on loan to the gallery, or did Mr. Rideau want to sell it?
It was a loan. And that's what makes this so terrible for Father, and for me, too. He didn't want to accept the loan, and I talked him into it. You see, it's been very difficult for Father, and I thought that hanging an important picture in the gallery would bring people in. And it did for 3 days, but... Oh, Father, this is Mr. Dollar.
Yeah?
He's here to help us. He was sent by the company that insured village scene.
Ah, bless you, bless you. I am so happy you are here.
I hope I can help, Mr. Modan.
The police. I know they do their work well, but they are so stern, unfriendly. To them, who is Pieter Bruegel the elder? And village scene, what is that? A stolen broom would annoy them so much.
Now, don't let their attitude fool you, Mr. Modan.
I'm sure they're doing everything they can, Father.
Yeah.
Mr. Modan, I understand that nothing else was touched.
Yeah, what is anything next to Pieter Bruegel?
It was the only master in the gallery then, huh? I'd like to see where it was hanging.
Yeah, of course. This door. Teresa, you will wait?
Yes, dear, I'll be here.
Wait, Mr. Dollar. I feel I must explain the importance to me personally. Is that all right?
Sure, if you think it'll help, go right ahead.
Mr. Dollar, if we do not find the canvas, my gallery is gone. Everything, all my years are for nothing.
Why do you say that?
Because of that man, Rito. There is a hate between us. We have not expressed it, but it is there because, well, you have met my daughter. You realize her great beauty. I have tried to protect her from this man. Now I am on my knees to him because of my carelessness.
Well, I wouldn't give up if I were you. We haven't even started on this case yet.
If we fail, I will take her away from Boston, start all over again. You come this way. In this gallery, you see my life, Mr. Dollar. Many of these canvases I bring with me from Salzburg when I leave, before the Anschluss. Here under that light, is where the village scene was hanging. I have hung nothing more yet.
Mm-hmm. Force this window, huh?
Yeah. You see, it looks on the back of the property. Do you see something?
No. No, I was just wondering what I'd do with the picture if I'd stolen it. Who could I sell it to? Who'd be willing to take a chance on displaying it?
Oh, I'm afraid there are a great many unscrupulous collectors in the world. There's much trade in stolen goods. And again, sometimes great masterpieces are held for ransom. For that reason, I have offered a reward of $5,000 myself.
Hey, that's pretty steep for you, isn't it? What about Rideau?
Rito, what cares Rito? To him, the canvas is nothing.
I wish he was right. Well, I think I've seen everything I want to see here. I'm going to check in with the police, Mr. Modan. I'll let you know when we turn something up.
What is it?
I'd like to talk with whoever's working on the Modan burglary, officer. Here's my ID.
Insurance, huh? What'd you say the beef was?
Maudan, Andrian Modan. Stolen painting. Call came in this morning.
Modan. Oh, yeah, here it is. That'd be... Hey. Estimated value of $250,000.
Yeah.
A picture?
Yeah. And I'll bet you the artist was lucky if he got a month's rent out of it. The price has gone up $100,000 every century he's been dead.
Oh, one of them old-timers. You can have him. I don't understand him. Your man is Sergeant Hines, through that door, first office to the left. I'll buzz him. You're on the way.
Thanks.
Yeah, come on in. How are you, Dollar? So you came up on the Modan thing, huh?
Yeah, that's right. I wanted to check in with you, find out how much I can do before you pull your rank?
Ah, cut it out.
Well, I run into some touchy policemen.
Not here. Well, I get my hat off that chair. Sit down.
Thanks.
You get a free hand as far as I'm concerned, Dollar. Been out to see the old man yet, Moran?
Yeah. Say, what kind of a make did you get at the gallery?
Nothing special. Typical window job. Heavy crowbar, no signs worth anything outside. The old boy ran a story in the papers about the picture coming to his gallery, so it's a little tough to narrow the suspects.
This guy who owns it, Caesar Ritto, I've heard of him, haven't I?
Yeah, a lot of people have. He made his pile during the war. There was talk of black market, but nobody could pin anything on him. Then last year he was up before the Senate Investigation Committee. Something about buying contracts. Then he came home. What are you looking for, Dollar? Fraud charges?
Well, let's be realistic. They may be easier to find than the painting. I've worked a few of these things. You know, the usual method is to cut the canvas out of the frame with a razor blade while it's still hanging. Rolled up, it's easy to conceal. On this job, it went frame and all, didn't it?
That's what I got. But I'm thinking the other way. I got details out looking for that frame.
I can dream, can I? It's faster my way. And I got tickets for South Pacific for 3 weeks after Easter. I did some spade work on Caesar Ritto that afternoon before I went to his address. His current position was that of wholesale liquor distributor for a number of distillers that managed to keep their prices high and their quality low. His financial condition was healthy, but you don't have to be broke to be able to use $250,000. I found Ritto's residence halfway up the shady side of Beacon Hill. He hadn't made the top, but he was climbing. There was a coat of arms on the wrought iron gate and a butler, complete with cummerbund, inside the front entrance. But the class stopped there.
Charles, that's that clown from the dress shop. Give him to me. When I get through with him, you can shovel him out.
It's a gentleman to see Mr. Ritto, madam.
Oh. Go finish the silver. I'll talk to him.
Yes, madam.
Hello, my name is Dollar.
That's very clever, but it doesn't help. Could you be the sick friend he's been sitting up with lately?
The insurance company told him I was coming up when he reported the theft of his painting.
Ah, Ritto's folly, huh?
You Mrs. Ritto?
Not yet. I'm holding out to be a June bride. Come on the bar, Mr. Dollar. You and me are interested in the same situation. My name is Lily Swanson. I don't know anything about art, but I got a few ideas about who's supposed to be modeling as a sap. You want a drink?
No, thanks. Don't let me stop you.
I had one here somewhere. Ah, here it is. Well, did you meet the museum piece?
You mean Teresa Modin? Yeah, I met her.
If you want to make a quick buck, take out a policy on her life. To me, she's poison.
Oh, that's hard to believe.
What do you mean by that?
I was just looking at you. You don't have anything to worry about.
Haven't you heard sometimes beauty is only skin deep? I want to tell you about Caesar Ritto. He's a climber. I've been good enough for him for a long time, but now he wants refinement. Doing specialties in burlesque houses, that's one thing you don't develop.
Maybe I'd better have that drink.
Yeah, help yourself. Don't get me wrong. I'm not building up to a sob story. But it's just like him waking up one morning with a big interest in art and money enough to carry it off. The right people were impressed. Now he wants that dame, and he's willing to gamble a few $100,000 if it'll help. That's why he put that picture in that fire trap.
Where do you think it is now?
How should I know? The point is, he doesn't care where it is. He's protected.
Another point is that I'm getting paid to care a lot where it is.
Well, I can't help you there. But he's got to be taught that he can't walk over people without getting hurt himself.
I'm afraid I can't help you there.
Then that dame, Teresa. If you think she's worth it, tell her. He's not good enough for her. She'll get hurt. He's got no more feeling for her than he has for a new suit. He'll wear her for a while. When he gets bored, he'll go shopping for a new pattern. If she's a nice kid, she ought to be told.
That's quite a pitch, Lily.
Caesar.
I don't mind strangers hearing things like that, but the servants might have been listening. Discipline, you know.
I don't care. Wait till I write my memoirs. You're one of the rottenest mashers I've ever known, and I've known a few.
Go fix your face.
Sure. On the way, I might as well fix yours.
I didn't hear enough of it to find out who you are.
Name's Dollar, insurance company.
Oh, yeah. Tell me, you made any progress?
Yeah, general progress. I've learned that Bay State Bonding and Liability hired an investigator on the wrong end of this case. They should have looked you over before they issued the policy.
With any kind of big company, you can depend on about 90% of that all the time. Rush things when the money's coming in, then be careful when it's too late. Tell me, what about my picture?
Well, I don't think a nice, honest thief has it.
Why do you say that?
Number of reasons. It's too hot to steal the way it was stolen.
What do you think happened?
You're too big to be accused on a hunch. Wait till I get some facts. Then I'll talk to you about it. Right now, I want to talk about a clause in your policy that says you shouldn't move the insured property without first notifying the company.
Yeah, that's right. Big companies again. They're so tied up with procedures and rules, they'd get themselves hamstrung if they tried to build a case on them. I'll find you some words in that thing that'll nullify that clause. Tell me, you think I can't?
I was afraid you'd say that. You know, you've got a good head, Mr. Rideau.
Yeah. Saying nothing of being a rotten masher.
I don't see any reason to waste any more of each other's time, do you?
You stay for a drink?
Oh, no. No, thanks. I very seldom drink on the job. I parked my car in an alley around the corner and then went back. I found a spot opposite the Rideau place where I wouldn't be obvious and settled down to wait for him to leave. I hoped I'd planted enough doubt in his mind to make him move if he was implicated. Whatever I'd planted grew slowly because I waited a long, cold time. Night fell and I drove closer to the house. Finally, the door opened and Rideau moved a blue-black sedan out of his garage. By the time I got my car started, a coupe pulled out of the driveway. In it, I spotted the blonde head of the lady scorned, Lily Swanson. I followed her. After a few blocks, it was evident that her destination was the Modern Gallery. I pulled up at the rear of the building. I could see a dim light burning on the ground floor. I started toward a window. But before I got to it, it happened at another one. It was a woman's scream. But when I finally got inside, the only person there was Cesar Rideau. He was still alive, the stupidity of shock on his face as he leaned against the wall under a light that had once shown up the best features of Pieta Bruegel's village scene.
In just a moment, we will return to the second act of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. But first, Wednesday nights on CBS bring you Groucho Marx, Bing Crosby, and Burns and Allen. An hour and a half of radio's top entertainment for the whole family. Bing Crosby, Burns and Allen, and Groucho Marx are heard on most of these same CBS stations. So make this wonderful Wednesday a steady date with CBS. And now, with our star, Edmund O'Brien, we return to the second act of yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
So there I was. I'd been sent to Boston to find the missing village scene and found myself at the scene of attempted murder. Cesar Rideau had taken 2 slugs, one in his left shoulder and a grazing one on his right forearm. I phoned for police and ambulance, then did what I could to make Rideau comfortable. I turned up the thermostat, covered him with my coat.
Who did it, Dollar?
That's the question I was going to ask you. Don't you know?
Must have been outside.
That's right, through the open window there. Why'd you come down here?
I forgot my hat.
Look, you're in no shape to try being clever. You met Teresa.
Leave me alone.
I want to know how your stolen painting figures into this.
Leave me alone. I met Teresa. This is where we meet.
What about the painting?
It was stolen. I don't feel good, Dollar. I don't feel good at all. I don't want to talk. I feel like I'm going to pass out.
And he did. After the ambulance took him away, I made a statement to the police that was not false, but lacked enough truth to save a few people from being dragged in for questioning. I headed for the blonde member of that group.
you. What do you want?
Just a few words.
I used up all I had earlier today.
Yeah, but we got new things to talk about.
Such
now.
as?
Well, the police might want more from me on that art gallery shooting.
All right. Is he dead?
No.
Did you know I was there, or were you just guessing?
I wasn't guessing. I followed you from here.
Oh, I suppose that earns you a drink. Come on.
Thanks.
Up yourself. You said the police were there.
Yeah, I had to call them. I didn't mention your being there.
Why not?
Because I wanted to get to you before they hauled you in.
I didn't shoot him. I followed him there, but I didn't shoot him.
Somebody did. There were 2 women there and me, and I didn't do it. Why did you follow him?
Because I heard him phone that Teresa and tell her to meet him. I wanted to find out what was going on, but I didn't. I changed my mind. I didn't even stop. I was afraid I might do something crazy if I saw them together.
I'd like to believe you.
It's the truth.
Maybe. I hope it is, because I'd like to link the shooting up with the painting. If I can't, you're going to be in bad trouble.
You're pretty smart, aren't you?
Things just worked out this way.
You think Caesar did something with that painting for the insurance money, and you want me to help you prove it to save my own skin?
No, gorgeous, no. To save the company, $250,000.
You'll never die of softening of the heart, will you? All right, what comes first?
I want to hear everything you know about this deal. And while you're telling me, I want you to help me go through this house from cupola to basement. This time I believed her story, but there still wasn't anything in it to help me. The search of the house paid off the same way. No painting, no leads, nothing. At 11 p.m. I left, looked up the Modan home address, and bearded the other point of the triangle in her den.
It's terribly late, Mr. Dolly. It's after 11.
Your father here?
He's upstairs in his studio. Wouldn't tomorrow morning be better?
Maybe for you, but not for me. I don't want to give you all that time to get your story straight.
Story straight?
Why'd you meet Rideau at the gallery tonight?
Don't say that's any of your affair. A girl has a right to meet her fiancé when and where she wishes.
Fiancé?
Yes. They're to be married as soon as possible.
You were with him when he was shot. Why did you leave him?
Because I was terrified. Caesar told me to go. He thought she was trying to kill me.
Did he say it was Lily, or is this your idea?
Of course it was she. Who else would it be? Mr. Dollar, this situation is unpleasant enough without these insinuations from you that I don't even understand. It means nothing to you. It is a matter for the police. You have no right to meddle in our lives. You are sent here to look for village scene.
That's what I'm doing. Why are you marrying that self-styled dictator?
Because I love him.
Well, that won't stay down. Nobody but Caesar Rideau could love Caesar Rideau.
Right. It's because I'm tired of being a poor man's daughter. I want to get away. I finally decided what I want out of marriage. What he can give me. He's going to be a big man, a wealthy one. And I'm going to be his wife.
Teresa.
I'm sorry you heard that, Mr. Modan.
Oh, Teresa.
Stay out of this, Father. I've made up my mind. Go to bed.
Go to bed with those words in my ear. My daughter, what has happened? What has that man done to you?
Be quiet, Father.
Teresa, wait. We will not be poor always.
Go. Don't talk to me.
How can this be? Suddenly, she is no longer Teresa.
I didn't sleep too well that night. An all-night car line that ran past my hotel didn't help. Neither did the questions that were running around in my head. But what grew in importance was the realization that the lives of everyone who had come in contact with the village scene had been emotionally upset since I'd arrived in Boston. That is, all but Caesar Rideau, who'd only been shot. My half-conscious musings didn't move me forward any, but the phone call that awakened me did. Yeah, hello.
Dollar?
Yeah, who is it?
Sergeant Hines, burglary.
Oh, how are you, Sergeant? What's new?
That fraud case you were dreaming about, it won't work.
Hey, come on. It's too early for that kind of stuff.
Sorry. Couldn't resist it. The picture's been returned.
What?
The old man Mordan didn't know where to reach you. He called us. It was returned for the reward he posted.
Have you seen it?
No, but if he's not worried, I'm not. I've got a lot of other burglaries.
Okay. Thanks for calling. I'll go right out there. sounded good until I got halfway to the gallery. Then things began to pester me. A, the painting had been stolen in the frame. B, Mordan hadn't mentioned being an artist, yet he'd been working in his studio the night before. C, Caesar Rideau knew nothing about art, collected as an affectation. And D, Mordan had been the only one to post a reward, $5,000, offered by a poor man. Then it hit me. He knew he wouldn't have to pay it. He'd posted the reward to divert suspicion. My hunch was that he had put the picture on ice himself. When I got to Mordan's gallery, the copy Mordan had made of Village Scene was there. But also, hanging next to it, was the original.
You are surprised, Mr. Dollar.
Yeah, doubly, Mr. Mordan.
My copy is quite excellent. Do you agree?
Well, I'm not an expert, Mordan.
It is very good, I think. I am pleased with it. The most important work of my career. A work of love for Teresa.
Yeah, I understand.
She was an ambitious girl, always. Oh, that is not her fault. She is like her mother, born for good things. I could not give them to her. Caesar Rideau could. He's soon coming for his canvas.
Well, no crime has been committed, except theoretically. You copied the original, meant to sell it, but you didn't. Maybe Rideau won't press charges.
Perhaps not. When he came the first time into our life, I knew. The way he looked at her, I knew he wanted to take her away from me. Then the gifts, more expensive, each one money to buy. You should understand, Mr. Dollar. This copy is a work of hate, too.
You don't have to tell me these things. Why don't we wait till he gets here and see what he's going to do?
Yeah, we wait. But I must say these things that are in my heart. To attempt a copy was wrong, and it was not wrong. To Riddle Bruegel's village scene was nothing. He was blind. I hoped with the money I could hold Teresa. But I waited too long. I was too late. He's taken her from me with his money.
Come on, Miss Mordan. I think you'd better sit down.
No, listen. Listen, here he has come. I must be strong. Show him he is no bigger than I am.
Hello, Mordan. Dollar.
Well. Except for a little blood, everything turned out just like it should.
The insurance company will be happy.
Where is my daughter?
Why, she's in the car. She thought it would be better if she didn't come in.
Yeah, perhaps she is right.
Oh, come on, Pop. I'll take good care of her. Now, come on, you just give me my picture and we can forget. Hey, wait a minute. What's this? There's two of them.
Yeah, two of them.
What's the matter with you, Mordan?
What is the matter? In all my life, there has been no shame until now. There, you see on the wall. Deceit. For that, I am ashamed.
We can still forget it.
And in your car, waiting for you, my daughter. For her, I feel the greatest shame. I give her my blessings.
Mordan. Hey, no!
My blessings.
No! Drop the gun to the floor. Go over to that chair and sit down.
I could do nothing else. No. It is finished.
Mr. Dollar.
Your father killed him. He thought he was doing it for you.
No, there was no reason.
Teresa, come on. Come on, pull yourself together.
Caesar knew my father had made a copy and that he was going to sell the original. But he didn't care. As long as I married him, he wouldn't have done anything to father. And now Caesar's dead. My father is a murderer.
There wasn't much left for me to do in Boston. I made the statement that caused Andre Mordan to be booked for murder, the father who didn't know when to stop protecting his daughter. I paid a farewell visit to Teresa, the daughter who had put her father where he was by trying to help him. And I mentioned to Sergeant Hines that if he cared, it had to be Lily Swanson who had thrown those wild shots into Rideau at the gallery.
Expense account item 2, $8. Return trip to Hartford. Expense account total, $68.30. And I want to go on record right now as saying that the next time anybody sends me out after a masterpiece, my expense account is going to be a masterpiece of overstatement. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, stars Edmund O'Brien in the title role and was written by Gil Dowd and Paul Dudley, with music composed and conducted by Leith Stevens. Edmund O'Brien can currently be seen starring in the Harry M. Popkin United Artists production, DOA. Featured in our cast were Charles McGraw, Walter Burke, Lillian Bayef, Robert Griffin, James Nusser, Joan Banks, and Tyler McVeigh. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, is produced and directed by Jaime Del Valle. Join us again next week when, from Hollywood, Edmund O'Brien returns in another transcribed adventure of...
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
The man with a little black bag turns up on most of these CBS stations every Wednesday night. And out of it comes some of the most light-hearted and most moving stories on the air. The man? Why, it's Dr. Christian, of course. And tomorrow night's the night for another of his famous visits. Be sure to hear Dr. Christian starring Gene Hirschholt as the beloved small-town physician every Wednesday night. Now stay tuned for the adventures of Philip Marlowe, which follows immediately on most of these same CBS stations. This is CBS, where Wednesday night is Bing Crosby night, the Columbia Broadcasting System. Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum, the refreshing, delicious treat that gives you chewing enjoyment, presents for your listening enjoyment Edmund O'Brien as...
Johnny Dollar.
My name's Mark Nelson. I came to Hartford to talk to you about a federal assignment. I'm from the Treasury Department, Bureau of Narcotics. We need an insurance investigator
For what?
to go to London on a case that has us stopped here. I'm in the Commonwealth Hotel. I'd like to have you come over.
Wait a minute. What's insurance got to do with it?
Our company took a policy on a few $1,000s worth of trunks en route to London. Somewhere in the load is $500,000 in narcotics. We want you to take the trip with it.
The makers of Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum bring you Edmund O'Brien in another adventure of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
To make every day more enjoyable, treat yourself often to refreshing, delicious Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum. Here's a taste treat you can enjoy indoors, outdoors, at work, or at play. The cool, long-lasting mint flavor refreshes you. The smooth, steady chewing helps keep you fresh and alert. Adds enjoyment to whatever you're doing. Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum. Healthful, refreshing, delicious.
Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Treasury Department, Bureau of Narcotics, Washington, D.C. The following is an accounting of my expenditures during investigation of the London matter. Expense account item 1, $1.75, cab fare to Commonwealth Hotel.
I'll give you the background as briefly as I can, Dollar. We allowed the entry of some narcotics from India into Seattle. We've been trying to break up a big ring in the Pacific Northwest. But the stuff didn't stay there. We followed it south into Beverly Hills. Have you ever heard of Dorothy Rivers and Broderick Green?
The woman? I think so. I saw her in a couple of plays in New York, didn't I?
Yes, that's the one. She's been out west for the past 2 years making movies. Green's her husband, a director. The narcotics went to them. Well, to their house, at least.
Well, they must have servants.
Yes, they did, but that doesn't do us any good. There were 4 of them, but 3 of them have been discharged. They all had a hand in packing the trunks for this London trip. So any one of them or all of them could have packed the narcotics.
You're sure that's what happened?
We know they went into the house, but nothing has come out but the trunks. And I searched the place myself just before I flew east.
Why don't you want to stop it?
We cabled Scotland Yard, and they told us there's been a big increase in contraband over there in the past couple of years.
You think this could be part of a pattern?
Well, it's possible. You see, because they need our dollars, British Customs make it a point to extend a lot of courtesies to these visiting film celebrities. The stars always arrive with a lot of belongings, and usually with a servant or 2. In the case of Green and his wife, just 1. A confidential secretary, a Miss Miller, Lorraine Miller. She's traveling with the trunks. Now, I want you to get acquainted with her.
Well, that shouldn't be too difficult. Who's the policy with?
Standard Liability Company. $20,000 for a 2-week period. That's a short-term gamble. It'd pay the company to keep an eye on it. Couldn't you use that?
Well, it would depend on how young and susceptible this Miller girl is.
She's young, Dollar. I got close enough to appreciate that.
Expense account item 2, $675, passage to England on the SS Morristown. Before boarding, I received a few more bits of instruction by phone from T-Man Nelson.
We've been in touch with Scotland Yard again, Dollar. They're assigning one of their best men to the case. An Inspector Finch. He'll arrange to meet you when your ship docks. We sent him a description.
Yeah, Finch. Okay. What else?
Well, we still aren't sure about the Miller girl, but her brother is going on the same ship.
That could happen.
He's got a passport under another name, Miles Fanning. Now, if you need help on the trip, the ship's detective is Clarence Dorn.
Dorn. Okay, I'll find him.
Okay, Inspector Finch is in London, and I'm flying over in a few days. I'll find you.
Hey, Nelson, are you sure you trust me?
I'll let you know when we finish this thing. Bon voyage.
Expense account item 3, $8, bar bill. I met Lorraine Miller in a small lounge on B-deck as we left New York Harbor. She struck me as being young, all right, but susceptible only when she wanted to be. She had a face that didn't need much makeup and auburn hair that didn't need much messing with. Her hazel eyes were wide-spaced and seemingly candid, but they didn't tell me whether or not she knew who I really was.
It must be an exciting job. Travel a lot, meet interesting people.
Yes, I once met a pig named Rollo who had eaten a diamond bracelet.
Really, Mr. Dollar?
Hey, how long are you going to be in England?
About a year, I guess. The Greens are going to make a picture with somebody's frozen pounds. It's a smart thing to do, you know. Everybody who is anybody has some frozen pounds.
You don't like these people.
If it shows, it's because of this martini before lunch. I'm glad you're here.
So am I.
You traveling alone?
Yeah, but that's my line, isn't it?
What do you have, a cabin or a suite?
A cabin.
Then it's my line. I have a suite. I'll go take a nap in the tub, and you meet me there at 5. There's a little bar, and I'll order some things, and we'll be able to get some music on the radio and have dinner there.
Oh, I really shouldn't.
Hidden away from the rest of the people. Sound of the ocean outside. You'll like it.
If I could only be sure that Mother won't worry about it. The cocktails were good, and so was the dinner. But the radio was full of static, and, as far as my assignment went, the conversation was unsatisfactory. I learned a lot about Lorraine Miller and a little about the Greens, but none of it tied in with the case. The whole evening made it almost impossible for me to suspect that she could be mixed up with narcotics until the 4th brandy.
Jim?
What is it?
Oh, no.
porthole. Somebody pushed it open.
It blew open. It startled me, that's all.
Somebody pushed it. You saw him. You started to call out his name.
No, I didn't, Johnny. It startled me so. My mind was 1,000 miles away in that
Come over here and sit down.
I'm sorry, Johnny. That was ridiculous.
Why don't you want to tell me who it was? I saw him, too. Now, who are you afraid of?
Don't ask me anymore, Johnny.
But I want you to tell me.
All right. You want to spoil everything with your stubborn prying? It was my ex-husband. He followed me before. Now, if you'll please leave. Johnny, I won't be able to see you again.
Selfishly, I was sorry it had to happen, but it meant progress. I knew it had been her brother outside the porthole, and she was covering up for him. The portly, balding ship's detective, Clarence Dawn, was sporting a well-worn flannel bathrobe and Congress gaiters when he let me into his cabin a half hour later.
Well, welcome aboard, Dollar. They told me about you.
Yeah, I looked for you up in the ballroom.
I never bother with the ballroom the first night out. The con merchants are just picking their marks. The slick gamblers are softening the suckers by letting them win. Nothing you can get your teeth into first night out. Tomorrow I go to work. Sit down, huh?
Yeah, thanks.
Customs told me you might contact me. Always glad to help if I can.
Thank you. There's a passenger aboard named of Miles Fanning.
Fanning? Well, I got a duplicate list here somewhere. Oh, yeah. Baggett, Fallon, Fanning. Miles D. Fanning. Number 22 on secret.
Yeah, that's the name. You know anything about him?
Oh, let's see. I keep a notebook. Names of some of the hot ones that make the crossing. Fanning. Well, he's not here. Don't know anything about him. What's his specialty?
Well, this trip he's using forged papers. Fanning's not his real name.
Say, I'd better report that, hadn't I?
No, the federal men want him left alone.
Is he hot?
He could be.
Oh, yeah. Can't let me in on it, huh? I know how it is.
I wish you'd pick him out tomorrow. Keep your eye on him for me.
Sure, absolutely. Glad to help. Anything special you want?
I'd like to know if he meets the girl on number 12A deck, Lorraine Miller. Auburn hair, hazel eyes, about 5'4".
Got it.
I'd like to know if he sends any cables ahead to London. I'd like to see copies if I could.
I'll get word to the radio operators right away.
Thanks for the cooperation, Dawn. I'll check back with you tomorrow night. Right. I checked back with him on the following 5 nights, and he had nothing to report. The days and evenings I spent as casually as I could, and never once saw the Miller girl. According to Dawn, she had her meals in a cabin and never left it. Her brother was pointed out to me, and I felt his eyes on me now and then, so I knew he recognized me. Then, the night before we were due to dock in Southampton, I was surprised in my cabin by an unmistakably feminine knock on the door.
I think I owe you an apology.
Well, I didn't expect this. Come on in. Sit down.
I'm sorry, Johnny. I wish I hadn't blown up.
Why did you?
I don't know. I guess because, well, it was hardly the time for an ex-husband to come prowling around.
It was too bad.
The trip that started out to be a lark, this one has turned into a big flop. Have you enjoyed it?
Well, I've met a lot of those interesting people, bridge players, deck tennis players, kind of ask the players, fat old gossips with jewels, drunks, nothing like that. Yes?
This is Dawn, Dollar.
Yes, Mrs. Johnson.
Oh, you can't talk.
Yes, that's right.
I'll make it short. They met after dinner. Fanning went to the Miller cabin.
Oh, I'm awfully sorry, Mrs. Johnson. I couldn't make it tonight. A previous engagement, but thanks for calling.
I'll stay on him and see you later.
I hope you find somebody. Night. That was one of them. Could I fill in a contract? Mr. Johnson is seasick.
We can get together in London, can't we?
Yeah, sounds fine. I think we can work it out.
I hope so, Johnny. I really do. Now I have to go. I want to get everything packed tonight.
I poured myself a nightcap after she'd left. A big one, because I was confused. I didn't know why she'd come, or how much she knew about the narcotics, or how much she thought I knew. It was the first drink I'd had in my cabin out of my own bottle, and it was the last. I felt it the minute it was down, and there was nothing I could do about it. But it was painless. The ship seemed to roll more heavily, and I pitched forward toward my bunk. After that,
The ship could have sunk, and I wouldn't have known about it.
To make every day more enjoyable, treat yourself often to refreshing, delicious Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum. The lively, full-bodied real mint flavor cools your mouth, moistens your throat, freshens your taste. And the chewing itself gives you a little lift, helps you keep going at your best. So for real chewing enjoyment that's refreshing and long-lasting, always keep Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum handy. Healthful, delicious Wrigley's Spearmint Gum will make every day more enjoyable. And now, with our star, Edmund O'Brien, we return you to the second act of Yours Truly, Johnny Dollar.
I don't know. Great shock to the system.
Yes, it must be.
Sinister amount of opiate. Amazing resistance. Well, we'll try. There. I don't dare give him any more stimulants, Inspector, but this should bring him round.
Rather an unpleasant arrival, poor chap.
Yes. That did the trick. Now I'll leave him to you, Inspector. Keep him awake, but don't expect too much at first.
Yes, of course. Thank you, Doctor. Mr. Dollar? Mr. Dollar? Can you hear me, sir?
Huh? What?
You must try to stay awake. Can you open your eyes?
Who are you?
Chief Inspector Finch of Scotland Yard.
Oh, the girl.
I'm afraid Miss Miller has disembarked.
Fanning?
He's being followed by one of my men. Mr. Dollar, your system received a large amount of opiate, enough to render you unconscious for almost 12 hours. Do you know who administered it?
We're in Southampton.
Yes.
It was a girl. She come to my cabin and there was a phone call.
A phone call, sir?
Yeah, the ship's detective has been giving me a hand, keeping his eye on Fanning. I wasn't watching her. She must have drugged the whiskey while I was talking. Oh, I was stupid.
I shouldn't worry if I were you. The situation is nicely under control.
The trunks?
En route to the Green residence. However, the men in the lorry with it are from Scotland Yard. They'll unpack them, and I assure you nothing will pass unnoticed.
Nice going, Inspector.
Thank you, sir. We like to try. Now, if you could raise yourself and drink some of this coffee.
All right.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be this hard. Nasty experience. Okay, let's have the coffee.
Yeah. Splendid. When you feel strong enough, we'll have an ambulance move you to my flat. You may rest there, and we shall await developments.
It took a lot of coffee and a lot of time. But by early afternoon, we were in the inspector's flat, waiting for word. It came at 4:30.
Yes? Mm-hmm. Huh? Are you quite positive? I see. Very well, Sergeant. Return to the yard. I'll phone you there if I need you. Mr. Dollar, is it possible that an error was committed on the other side, that the narcotics never left there?
They didn't find them?
No. After meticulous search.
Oh, Treasury's not going to make a mistake like that with $500,000 worth. The narcotics left the States, all right.
Perhaps they're still on the ship. May have got the wind up since you were aboard and discarded the original plan.
I don't know. I suppose it's a thought.
Right. I'll arrange for a search party at once.
Inspector, who in London would be able to buy this amount of narcotics?
That question had occurred to me. The answer shouldn't be too difficult to find. Perhaps you'd care to accompany me to my office while we try. We rather pride ourselves upon our efficiency.
10 minutes after we got there, the ponderous machinery that is Scotland Yard started grinding out files on criminals. They were indexed according to every possible feature or characteristic. In the space of 2 hours, we had the name of every known narcotic suspect in London, and flying squad men had been sent out to cover them. But the first report that came in was negative. The ship had been searched without success. Then the Phone rang again.
Inspector Finch. Huh? Oh, yes, he's here. Mr. Dollar?
Thank you. Oh.
This is Nelson, Dollar. I just got in.
Oh, good. Have you heard about the mess?
Part of it. I went down to the ship. Dorn told me what happened to you. Are you all right?
Yeah, sure, I'm all right, but the stuff got through. It's loose someplace here in London.
The trunks?
Unloaded and searched by Scotland Yard men, nothing.
What about the girl?
She's being watched.
Anything on Miles Fanning?
Well, the Yard's tailing him, too. Say, Nelson, are you sure the narcotics were put aboard the ship?
Positive. But I'll get right on the transatlantic phone and get somebody to recheck the trail. I'm staying at the Empire. Call me if something breaks.
Yeah, right. Treasury man, he's going to check the States to see if there's a slip.
Good. $500,000? Rather a nuisance having that. This may be something. Yes? Mm-hmm. I see. Yes, at once. See that a driver and a radio cars at the main entrance will want to stay in touch. Thank you.
What was it? Any progress?
Yes. Most unpleasant progress. The constable I assigned to follow the chap who calls himself Fanning has been shot to death.
Oh?
Progress lies in the fact that your ship detective fellow, Clarence Dawn, was killed at approximately the same time.
Dawn?
Yes. Do you have a pistol, Mr. Dollar?
It's on the ship.
We won't bother going there. I'll have two issued to us before we leave.
I spoke to Constable Wilde before he died, sir. He said he heard shots and ran into the house. By the time he reached the corridor, this Fanning bloke was leaving his room. He tried to stop him.
I see. And Fanning?
He bolted out the back way, sir.
Did he say if he was carrying anything?
No, sir. He, hold on a minute. That's what he was trying to say. Port, he said before he died. He was trying to say portmanteau.
It's still expensive, Progress.
That's the room, sir.
Yes. Constable, hop down to the car like a good chap and ask the sergeant to radio in an addition to the Fanning description. The fact that he's carrying a traveling bag.
Yes, sir.
Is this Clarence Dawn?
Yeah. And I guess the answer to a few things.
Then Dawn carried the contraband here from the ship, quarreled with Fanning over division of the spoils, and was then shot by Fanning, wouldn't you say?
Yes, that's exactly what I'd say.
Then Fanning's our man. We'll have to find him.
Right. Yeah, I'd like to go to the Green place, talk to the Miller girl, Inspector.
Of course.
Clarence Dawn. You know, I thought... How could I have been so stupid? The Green residence was dark when we arrived, and there was no response to either the doorbell or our shouts. We pulled up a few yards, and while we waited, we listened to the nervous talk between the radio cars that were combing the city for the man we called Fanning.
A man answering the Fanning description has been reported in the square. Request flying squad men to search the building.
That's 3.5 hours we've been here. Must be 1 million men in London who answer his description.
And so we shall have to question 1 million men.
47Y, 47Y to 14B. Are you still in Charing Cross Road? Over. 14B, 14B here. Still in Charing Cross Road. Over. 47Y to 14B. Investigate 1936 Bentley crossing into your section. 1936 Bentley. Close coupled sedan. Black. Registration GY4110. GY4110. Acknowledge. Over.
Cut it, Sergeant. Cut it.
14B acknowledging.
Sergeant.
Registration GY4110.
Switch off the receiver.
Oh, yes, sir.
There's a car. Looks like it's stopping.
It's a taxi.
There she is. Come on, Inspector. But let me do the talking, will you?
Right you are.
Lorraine?
Who is it? Johnny. Johnny, where have you been?
Where is he, Lorraine?
What happened to you? I looked for you when we were docking. I came to your cabin and knocked.
Stop it. Where is he, your brother?
Johnny.
Come on, where is he?
What has he done this time?
What'd you say?
What has Jim done?
You know what he's done.
No, I don't. He wouldn't tell me.
After everything that's happened, after you've lied to protect him, you're asking me to believe that you didn't know what he was doing?
Yes, I'm asking you to believe me. You don't have to. I haven't known anything about Jim since the war. It wasn't my brother who came home. It was somebody else. Somebody to be ashamed of. A stranger I gave money to so he'd leave me alone. But he never did. It was the war. What has he done this time?
Tell me, Lorraine. He knew you were coming to London?
Yes.
You saw him while you were getting ready to leave?
He needed money. I hired him to help with the packing.
Where is he, Lorraine?
I've got a right to know what he's
If
done.
you're telling the truth, it doesn't make any difference. The man's a criminal. He has to be taken. Now, I want you to tell me where he is.
He's not my brother anymore, so it doesn't matter. He's going to Tangiers.
How, on a ship or a plane?
A ship.
Which one?
I don't know. He's leaving at 9 a.m. If he doesn't, he'll drag me into whatever it is. Accomplice, he said. But I don't care anymore. I don't care.
Well, Mr. Dollar?
What do you think of it, Inspector?
I don't think she was lying. We've had the same trouble here in England. Young boys who found themselves fighting a war as children were no more than grown-up children when one day they were told they'd won it. I've seen them. They can't cope with our rather sorry victory, and they simply don't care. Loyalties mean nothing. They want money, and they don't care what they do to get it. Perhaps you, an American, and I, an Englishman, are partially to blame.
Yeah, I guess the war is still with us, Inspector.
After you, sir.
Thanks.
Sergeant?
Yes, sir.
I want to know which ship is sailing for Tangier tomorrow morning at 9.
Right, sir.
When you find out where she's docked, ask the yard to contact Mr. Nelson of
the Empire.
The Hotel Empire.
Yes.
In the meantime, Sergeant, you might drive towards Royal Albert Dock.
Right you are, sir.
The ship turned out to be the city of Bombay. Before we drew to a stop at Royal Albert Dock, we passed through what must have been half of the mobile police force of London. That must be Nelson's car. Yeah, there he is.
Come along, Sergeant. We want you to stand guard at the gangway.
Right, sir. Hello there, Dollar. I was beginning to wonder if you'd ever get here.
It's only been 10 minutes, Nelson. This is Inspector Finch at Scotland Yard.
Pleasure, sir.
How do you do?
Well, Mr. Dollar, Mr. Nelson, as you so quaintly put it on the other side, this is it?
You're sure he's there?
Oh, quite sure.
Yeah, we got a radio report, and we hope they've cleared the ship of everybody else. Well, we might as well go.
Right you are.
I'm ready.
Mr. Dollar?
It's up to you.
Thanks. You there. Is Mr. Fanning aboard?
Aye, he's aboard.
Stay here, Sergeant.
Right there.
You received word from Scotland Yard?
I did.
Then you'll allow us to come aboard after him?
You can come aboard. He knows you've come. He's got a gun.
Where is he?
He went forward, on deck. Everything below is closed off.
Very good. We can find him up this way?
That's the way.
There's a winch up forward. Good protection. Down behind the hatch.
Hey, Miller, Fanning, whatever you call yourself. Come on out. We've got the Treasury Department and Scotland Yard here, so come on out.
He won't do it. He won't, Dollar. It's too late for him.
I'd better cross over to the other side while you cover me. May draw him out. Are we ready?
Wait till I move down here. This is good.
Good luck, Inspector. Use your head, Miller. Come on out.
There he goes. Toward the bow. Don't let him get over.
Inspector Finch?
Yep.
Nelson?
Yes. Yes, you all right, Dollar?
Yeah, what about him?
He's dead, Dollar. We can search his cabin now.
The traveling bag with its $500,000 contents was just inside Fanning's door. Expense account item 4, same as item 2. Transportation back to the States and Hartford. I saw Lorraine Miller once before I left. And I made her a promise I hope Inspector Finch will be able to keep. That only the name Fanning would make the official records in the front page, because the name Miller had already gotten more than it deserved. Expense account total, $1,580.20. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Remember, friends, to make every day more enjoyable, treat yourself often to refreshing, delicious Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum. There's lots of cooling, real mint flavor in every stick. And chewing Wrigley's Spearmint helps keep you feeling fresh and alert. You feel better, work better, get more fun out of doing things. So indoors, outdoors, wherever you go, keep some healthful, refreshing Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum handy. To make every day more enjoyable, treat yourself often to delicious Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, brought to you by Wrigley's Spearmint Gum, stars Edmund O'Brien in the title role, and is written by Gil Dowd and David Ellis, with music composed and conducted by Leith Stevens. Edmund O'Brien can soon be seen starring in the Columbia Pictures production, 711 Ocean Drive. Featured in tonight's cast were Wally Mayer, Virginia Gregg, Herb Butterfield, Dana Herlihy, Tudor Owen, Ben Wright, and Alec Harford. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, is produced and directed by Jaime Del Valle. The makers of Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum hope you've enjoyed tonight's story of Johnny Dollar and that you're enjoying delicious Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum every day. We invite you to join us again next week at this same time when, from Hollywood, Edmund O'Brien returns in another adventure of
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Bob Stevenson speaking. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
From Hollywood, it's time now for
Johnny Dollar.
Lud Barlow, Johnny. I'm on a spot.
What's the matter?
The Templeton house in Boston was knocked over sometime during the night. We have a $100,000 loss on our hands. Can you go over there right away?
Well, I'll see what the plane situation is, Lud. And
Never mind the plane situation. Just pack up and get out to the airport. I'll meet you at Hangar 12.
What?
I'm chartering a plane for you.
Bob Bailey in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Mideastern Indemnity Corporation, Home Office, Hartford, Connecticut. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the Templeton matter. Expense account item 1, $5 even, cab fare from my apartment to Hangar 12 at the airport. A twin-engine Bonanza had been rolled out and a fueling truck was pulled up alongside. A man in a sheepskin seemed to be supervising things. The man who seemed to be supervising him was Lud Barlow. When he saw me, he waved his briefcase.
Hey, Johnny.
Hi.
Why, you all set?
Well, I'm here. That's what you mean, Lud.
That all your luggage?
Yeah, this is it.
This is Tommy Clark, Johnny, your pilot. How are you?
Hi, Tom.
I'll stow this gear for you.
Oh, thanks.
The faster we move on this, the better off we are. You know that.
I know.
This is the blanket policy. This is the itemized list. This is the itemized list broken down. You'll have to check the itemized against the sales. Your authorization procedure. And a description of stock records, including shipments received by Templeton House up to and including the first day of last week. Okay?
Swell. Now maybe you'll tell me what this is all about.
And when you get there... What?
What it's all about. Let's start with Templeton House, huh?
It's the biggest jewelry firm in Boston.
You said they were robbed last night.
Burglarized, broken into somewhere between 5 and 7 o'clock in the morning.
All set, Mr. Dollar.
What'd they get away with?
Well, that's for you to find out, Johnny. We carry a blanket policy on all their stock. Anything in the store in the way of merchandise is covered.
On the phone, you said something about $100,000.
It may be $200,000, Johnny.
I take it you talked to somebody in Boston.
Yeah.
Did you talk to the police?
Yes, for a minute. I told them I was sending a man. They're expecting you.
Give you a hand, Mr. Dollar.
Oh, thanks, Tom.
Okay?
Yeah. Thanks. Who's in charge, lad?
Lieutenant Roebuck.
Roebuck?
Yeah.
Get your seatbelt, Mr. Dollar.
Oh, sure.
He'll want to see those contents records. You be sure and tell him they're up to date.
Who's the man with the company?
What?
The man at the company.
Templeton.
Stand clear, Mr. Barlow.
Remember, Johnny, a client can face a thing like this a lot better from that from the insurance company standing by.
I'll try to remember that.
Good luck and keep me informed.
By the time we arrived at the Boston airport, I'd read over the policy and had a fair idea of the coverage involved. Expense account item 2, $10, more cab fare. I dropped my bags off at the Independence Hotel and had the driver take me over to Templeton House. 2 police cars were parked in front of the building, and 2 uniformed police officers were parked in the doorway.
I'm sorry, mister. The store's not open today.
Well, I'm from the insurance company.
Oh. Lieutenant Roebuck's in the back. Go ahead.
At the back of the store, a white-coated intern and an ambulance attendant were working over a blanket-wrapped figure laid out on the stretcher. One of them was operating a plasma tube. The other was checking the pulse. A group of men, some in uniform, were watching closely. The tall, thin one seemed to be in charge of things. Roebuck?
Yeah.
Johnny Dollar, Mid-Eastern Indemnity.
Oh, that didn't take you long. This Sergeant Younger, Sergeant Toohey. This is Mr. Dollar from the insurance company.
Hi, man. What's this?
Oh, this man was a special patrolman working the area. He must have walked right into the middle of it and got himself shot. They've been giving him transfusions ever since they found him.
Uh-huh. Said anything yet?
He hasn't been conscious. Doc, how about it?
We can't do any more here, Lieutenant. We'll have to risk a trip to the hospital and try to operate. Okay, boys, load up.
Doc, this is Mr. Dollar, insurance company.
How are you, Doctor?
Okay.
Doc, we're going to want to talk to him the minute he comes around.
I'm not going to promise you anything, Lieutenant. Well, see you.
All right. Yeah, Mr. Dollar, you didn't waste much time.
I brought a contents list that might help you, Lieutenant.
Good. The best help we're going to get is from that patrolman. Come on, I'll show you around. This is where they got in.
Jimmy, huh?
Yeah, most likely. There's marks there on the door jamb. But near as we can tell right now, they only took important stuff. Easy to move.
Easy to break down and unload, you mean?
Yeah. Here you can see where they snipped the alarms, grounded the wires.
Mm-hmm. Showcases aren't touched.
No, they went straight for the safe, Dollar. Well, we really got something on our hands, huh? You don't just break into a store and open one of these things very easy.
Someone did. The neighborhood was canvassed for possible witnesses. I spent the rest of the morning with Dorian Templeton, the owner of the company. By noon, we had taken an inventory of the missing stock and drawn up a tentative list.
As far as I know, that about does it, Mr. Dollar. Now, what's the next step?
I'll check this against the merchandise received reports, Mr. Templeton. It'll take a while. As soon as I have that finished, you can check it over again and file a formal claim.
And then?
The company will reimburse you in cash.
Well, what are the chances for recovery in a case like this?
Well, I could quote the actuaries, Mr. Templeton, but I won't.
Why not?
Whoever broke in here last night knew what they were about. They opened your vault the way you'd open your front door. They took what they wanted and got out very quickly. No alarm, no witnesses. The chances are they planned the rest of it just as well. They've probably scattered. The police aren't sure how many men were involved. They know it was at least 2 men, possibly 3.
How do they arrive at that?
1 man working on the safe, another man looking out, possibly 2. The point is, the more men who are involved, the harder it'll be for them to take the jewelry, break it down, sell it, and stay out of sight.
They're going to get away with it?
I didn't say that.
Well, nothing seems to have gone wrong with their plans so far.
One thing went wrong. That special patrolman surprised them.
True, he didn't have time to draw his gun or sound the alarm, but they had to shoot him. And if something hadn't gone wrong, they'd have been satisfied to knock him on the head.
Yes. Well, what happens now?
Well, that's up to the police. I can tell you their investigation will take some time. Burglary is the toughest kind of thing to work on.
Why?
No witnesses.
I never thought of that.
Dollar, you all cleaned up?
Well, we got a tentative list. As soon as I check it, I'll give it to you.
Okay. Mr. Templeton, I'd like to have you come with me now.
Now?
Yes, we'll want your statement, sir, and there's quite a bit of work to do with the employees.
All right.
Dollar, as soon as you get the list up, give me a ring, will you?
Yeah, okay. Any news about the policeman?
Yeah. It's a murder case now.
Expense account item 3, $25, stenographic fees. The public stenographer at the hotel helped me make a comprehensive list of the stolen items, which was verified by Templeton. The amount of loss was set at $100,000. By late afternoon, clerks, stenographers, accountants, designers, salespeople, stonecutters, all in Templeton's employ had made statements to Lieutenant Roebuck. The statements were in the process of being checked. A general roundup of known safecrackers and burglary suspects had begun. Expense account item 4, $3.75 dinner. Lieutenant Roebuck and myself.
Well, it's going to be a long night.
Yeah. Any luck on the employees?
Oh, it's hard to say yet. One of them has a record.
Hmm?
Yeah, a fellow named Tabor, one of the janitors there. He's a two-time loser. I had him tucked away in a cell until we clear some of this other stuff away.
Has he said anything?
Oh, he denies all knowledge. As far as time incident goes, he was home sleeping when all this happened, but that doesn't rule him out of somehow getting that safe combination and passing it on to a friend.
Yeah.
Man with the record's apt to have that kind of friends who'd be interested in just that kind of thing.
Hey, how much do you want me around?
You're a free agent, Dollar. If you have any ideas, I'll listen. It's a tough baby, any way you look at it.
Let me talk to Tabor. There might be a shortcut.
Why not?
Well?
John Tabor?
That's right. Who are you?
Johnny Dollar. I'd like to talk to you a minute.
Okay, talk.
You might be in a lot of trouble, Tabor. That'd be too bad. They tell me you're a two-time loser.
If you don't believe what they tell you, you just go look it up for yourself. It's right down there in the books.
How did you get that job at Templeton's?
I asked for it.
They know about your record?
No.
You keep it from them?
I didn't broadcast it, would you?
No.
Okay, what other dumb questions have you got?
Do you have any ideas about this?
I've got a lot of ideas.
Do you know anything about it?
No.
Need anything?
What?
Cigarettes, anything?
I'm all set.
Okay. My company faces a big loss in this case. We'd like to avoid that loss. There's a standard offer I'm authorized to make in some instances. I'm going to make it to you. If you have any knowledge of this crime and can furnish any information that will lead to the arrest of the persons involved and recovery of the merchandise, my company will guarantee you the best possible legal assistance in the event that information should incriminate you.
That's pretty generous.
Well, I have to say it to you. You can use your own judgment. Hey, guard. It's a pretty good offer when you think about it, Tabor. You have a record. The police can't pass you up without a lot of scrutiny. You know that.
That record makes me a real hot one. I swiped a couple of cars, and now they think I might have opened that vault.
No, they don't think that. But they have to find out if you might have contact with somebody who did open it.
I don't know anything about it.
In that case, you'll be released.
Oh, sure. Sure, I'll be released when every cop in town had a go at me twice. I'll be released when the guys who did the job walk into the station and say we didn't mean it, we want to give it back. They've always got to have somebody to throw to the newspapers.
Maybe.
You know it and I know it. Nothing better than to throw some old ex-con in a can and hold him for questioning.
Well, Dollar, you go for it?
No.
Any more ideas?
Turn him loose, Lieutenant. See whom he talks to and whom he meets. John Tabor was released without bail, and a 24-hour watch was put on his residence. By 10 o'clock the next morning, the police had located 3 witnesses to the shots that had killed the special patrolman. However, none of them had seen the burglars or the car that was used. The district attorney's office issued an order impounding the financial records of Templeton House. A complete audit revealed that its affairs were in excellent shape. It also revealed that Templeton himself was the only man in the jewelry firm who had the combination to the vaults. His statements emphatically denied giving the combination to anyone. As far as the police were able to determine, he was telling the truth. The search for all known safecrackers extended into New York and Philadelphia and Chicago. On the morning of the third day, a claims adjuster arrived from Hartford with a check for $100,000, full payment on the claim. 2 hours later, we had the first break on the case.
Hey! Caller, hey!
What? Oh, hello, Lieutenant.
Come on, get in.
What's up?
Well, the Harbor Division found a body down by the docks early this morning, all weighted down with 38 slugs. They were fired from the same gun that killed that special patrolman.
They match, huh?
Like the dimples on your knee.
Now, Act Two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar and the Templeton Matter.
I spent the rest of the day with Lieutenant Roebuck at the morgue. The body that had been found in the harbor was a man about 35 to 40 years old, slim build, dark hair. The labels had been cut out of his clothes and the laundry marks torn off. His fingerprints didn't check with anything in the local files. Roebuck put them on the wire to Washington and requested an urgent identification. Johnny Dollar.
Blood Barlow, Johnny. What's this in the paper?
Well, the special patrolman and the unidentified man were killed by the same gun. As soon as we get an identification, we can go to work.
Well, how about that ex-con that turned up working at Templeton's?
Tabor? Well, they're still watching him. He might have been the case man. So far, it's just an idea.
I'd like a recovery on this one, Johnny.
So would I.
What do you think is possible?
Well, 2 days ago, I would have said no. Today, things look better. For one thing, none of the merchandise has shown up on the market. For another thing, there has to be some kind of connection with this unidentified man.
I just read your report on Templeton himself. He's out of the question as a suspect?
So far, yeah.
He's the only one who had the combination to the safe.
There's no apparent motive for him to rob himself.
But he's the only one
Don't start yelling at me, Lud. I know what you're thinking. Find a motive. Well, give us time, boy. Give us time on everything. Lud?
Oh, I guess I hate to pay off big claims.
You may get it back. Keep your pants on. Expense account item 5, $50 deposit for rented car. That afternoon, I drove from Boston to Creeksdale, the home of the Grantland Safe Company, where I met a man who looked as formidable as the product he manufactured.
I am Grantland, sir.
I found him standing inside a shiny new vault, ready for shipment.
Beautiful thing, eh? On its way to South America tonight.
Well, I never thought of a safe exactly that way, Mr. Grant.
Ah, beauty, strength. Think for a moment, sir, the treasures it will someday hold. But I bore you, sir, with my enthusiasm. Now then, you say you are here on a matter of vaults?
One vault, Mr. Grantland.
No?
The one your company sold and installed at the Templeton House in Boston 17 years ago.
Yes.
Have you read about the burglary?
No, sir, I have not. Templeton House?
Yes. The vault was opened.
Blasted?
Opened. Someone had a combination.
I am bewildered, sir. Indeed I am. You'll want a thorough accounting from my organization, of course.
Well, that's up to the police, Mr. Grantland. Right now, for my own information, I wonder if you could tell me who might have the combination to that vault.
Well, in answer to your question, I would first have to inspect our records.
Well, I brought the serial numbers.
Oh, well, let me see. That's as good as... the K series. Mr. Keating set the final combination.
Mr. Keating?
Yes, my chief engineer for years.
And who else?
Myself, sir. I'd have a record of the combination in my own file.
And who are those available to?
Myself, sir. I keep them in my own vault.
I see. Anyone else?
No one here. The people in proper authority at Templeton's.
I'd like to meet Mr. Keating if I could.
Impossible, Mr. Dollar.
Why?
Mr. Keating has been dead these 6 years.
I drove back to Boston, phoned Roebuck, and told him about my interview with Grantland. He said he'd already started looking into Grantland's background and expected to have a report within 36 hours. I was a little surprised when Dorian Templeton called half an hour later and asked me to have lunch with him.
Would you like a drink?
No, not now, thanks, no.
I didn't know whether to call you or the police, Mr. Dollar. I finally decided on you.
Uh-huh. What's the matter?
Well, it's one of those strange things. I'm not a particularly observant man, and I don't know why I observed this.
Go on.
However, last night, Mrs. Templeton and I went to a dinner dance at the country club. We thought with all this business, a little relaxation should do me some good.
Yeah, sure.
There was a young girl at the table next to ours, a very pretty girl whom I've never seen before. I happened to notice her handbag, jeweled affair, quite expensive. One of our items.
Yeah?
It didn't occur to me until we were leaving that it had been sample stock, not for sale.
What do you mean?
It was stolen, Mr. Dollar.
Why not the police, Mr. Templeton?
I was going to call them first thing this morning and report it. And then I got a package in the mail. It was the handbag, intact. Crazy?
You said it. Did you happen to get the name of the girl?
I asked the maitre d'. He said her name was Helen Tabor.
That's not so crazy. Expense account item 6, 10 cents, one phone call to Lieutenant Roebuck to see if John Tabor was still being watched. Roebuck said that 2 men were on duty watching his house at all time. I saw them when I drove up an hour later. They were parked across the street.
Yes?
Miss Tabor?
Yes, who are you?
Johnny Dollar, is your father in?
He's sleeping right now. May I help you?
I don't know. Didn't I see you at the country club last night?
Why, yes, were you there?
Couldn't keep my eyes off of you. Or your handbag.
Oh.
I'll talk to him, honey.
Dad, is anything wrong?
Nothing I can't handle. Go ahead, fix up a pot of coffee.
All right, Dad.
Nice girl, Tabor.
Yeah.
Templeton was at the country club last night. He saw her. You can talk to me or you can talk to the police.
I don't have to talk to anybody.
The way it looks is that you cased the job. You might even have killed the special patrolman. He was shot close range. Could have been somebody new and trusted. You've got your share of things. That handbag was part of it. A little part of it.
The way it looks, huh?
That's about it. Of course, I don't understand why you sent the handbag back, but then you've probably got a good story for that.
Oh, I've got a good story. Nobody will believe it, but I've got a good one. It starts off by me saying I didn't help in that heist. I had nothing to do with it. I didn't case the place for anybody. I didn't even know it was coming off.
Let's get to the handbag.
I took that 2 days ago. I borrowed it. I've been borrowing stuff right along whenever my kid needed anything. I always come back in good shape. I told her they let me do it. She don't know anything.
Borrowed, huh? That's kind of a strange philosophy.
I don't even know how to spell the word. I do know my kid's got a life ahead of her. I got to give her every chance to look good, act good, use her brains, meet the right people. Not just because the right people have money, but because they know more right people. It takes a little extra to let her do things like that.
You let her use the handbag because she had a date to go to a dance.
You guys are all the same. I didn't expect you to believe it.
Oh, relax. Maybe I do believe you.
What?
It sounds nutty enough to be the truth.
It is the truth.
All right.
You taking me in?
I'm going to tell Roebuck about this. He'll probably want to talk to you. He can check it better than I can. No, I haven't any authority to take you in. I wouldn't take you in anyhow. I'm interested in guys who walk into vaults. See you around.
Hey, wait a minute.
What?
I never thought I'd see the day when I try to help a cop or anybody like a cop. Maybe this is the day. I saw the paper last night.
Oh?
The picture of that guy they found floating in the harbor. They tagged him yet?
He's a John Doe until we hear from Washington.
His name's Kiley. Billy Kiley.
How do you know?
I used to know him a long time ago.
Billy Kiley?
Yeah, from Philadelphia.
Thanks. A check with the Philadelphia police and a comparison of fingerprints identified the man as William H. Kiley. His Boston address was on Parker Street. I drove out there with Lieutenant Roebuck. It was an ordinary, undistinguished apartment house. No one answered at apartment 12A, so we let ourselves in. The room had nothing to offer in the way of evidence.
Well, did you find anything?
No.
Well, I'll have some men come out here and give it a good going over. Well, maybe the manager or the tenants will have something that'll help us. Come on, let's go.
Yeah.
Now, be careful, Dollar.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tim?
Yeah. This is Tim.
Any trouble there?
A little.
Say that again.
A little.
I don't know who you are, but I know you're not Tim.
Well, it sounds like we're getting something. Here, let me have the phone. I'll see if I can trace him.
Don't bother. I know where we can find him.
What?
I'd recognize his voice anywhere. It was dark by the time we got to the Grantland Safe Company factory in Creeksdale. There was a single work light spreading a sickly yellow glow over the main floor loading platform. We were expected. It went off somewhere in the darkness of the building.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
All right, let's try for that stair railing.
Right.
You see the flashes?
There.
All right. We'll have to try and make
Mr. Dollar?
You think you're alone? Answer him.
Yeah?
What are you doing here?
Looking for $100,000 worth of jewelry and the answer to a couple of murders. Funny?
You're very foolhardy, but you're courageous. A man of your perception could do well with a part of that money.
No, thanks. I'll take it all.
You will take nothing, sir.
Keep him talking. I'll try to get under the stairs.
Are you alone?
For a little while. But I've got people coming, though.
Oh, people, eh? Mr. Dollar?
Still alive and kicking, Mr. Grantland. You can't shoot around corners.
No. But then I don't have to shoot around the corner. Very good shooting, sir.
Grantland, I want a statement.
No statement. No statement.
He was dead before the ambulance arrived, and there was no statement. There was never a statement. As nearly as it could be pieced together, Grantland himself opened the vaults at Templeton House. William Kiley and possibly a man named Tim helped him. Kiley, of course, was killed for his efforts. Tim never appeared, was never identified. My hotel bill ran up to $168. That's item 7. Item 8, $35, car rental. I got $50 deposit back. Item 9, $32.50, airfare and incidentals back to Hartford. Expense account total, $413.28. Remarks? Put that against the $100,000 the insurance company didn't have to pay off. Johnny Dollar.
This is Barlow. I just talked to Roebuck in Boston. There's not one scrap of that jewelry anywhere in that whole safe factory. Not one piece.
I know.
What?
Just about now, there's a safe at the port of New York being shipped to South America. It's a Grantland safe. And if you hurry over there, you can... Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.